This music is just way too epic for a stream like this. Especially, I don't know how to turn down the volume of it. It's the best spot. Like I can make it really quiet to the point where even I can't hear it. But we're back. But we're back and we have a kitten.
Me?
So we decided to continue our shenanigans and suffrage on the seas.
Suffrage?
Suffrage, that's not a word.
It is, just not what you think.
Well, anyway, nothing's changed since yesterday. I don't even want to think about what it actually means and what I try to say.
Suffrage is about the right to vote. So the suffragettes were the women who were protesting for women to be able to vote back in the day.
Yeah, right, women's and rights.
Women.
Women. Yeah. Right, do I need to send an invite or?
No.
Okay, I don't get an invite then.
So is this stream also blessed by HelloFresh?
This stream is also blessed by HelloFresh indeed.
I thought that was going to be after a day.
Well, apparently I still have like 2 hours that I'm supposed to wait till the next stream, but I assume we're going to stream for another 4 hours minimum.
Okay, so we'll wait until that point and then...
Oh, we can promote it.
Yes.
Yeah, we can promote it through the streams, just... I don't know. It has to be a 4-hour stream for it to count, really. But we are blessed with HelloFresh. And you can now think about all sorts of ways to segue to the sponsor. I might say one that I thought about, and it's cringy. And I'll die by saying it.
Oh. Don't forget, I'm going to be on high guard for your segues, so you've got to try to catch me off guard.
Yeah.
If I sense it, you've lost.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. So we could do this little challenge where if any one of us will segue to the sponsor, and we'll call it out if we notice it.
Yep.
So that could be an amazing drinking game though. We would need more sponsors in one stream, so like multiple sponsors, and we have to sense which one we are about to say. and if we call the person out on the exact sponsor and the exact title, then they have to drink.
That's so good.
But because we can't feature alcohol with it,
it would be water.
Oh yeah, well, absolutely, yeah.
Water.
Definitely, it's clear liquid. There's no way for them to tell.
A safe amount of water. It's a fun game. Safe for all the family.
Fun for the whole family. This game is not fun for the whole family. I don't know how families play this game. Apparently there is a lot of families that play this game together.
I remember a time when there was a sloop. I think it was a sloop, and I could hear a really young kid talking. And it was like a dad and his son. And I felt so bad about the idea of attacking them that I think we shot one fire cannonball and they shit themselves. So
yeah, I remember. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I remember. We had no heart to ruin some quality family time.
That's actually wholesome as fuck. I wish my dad would have played games with me. It's true.
My dad wants to play games with me, but last time I tried, he commissioned me to build some sort of massive building in Valheim, and halfway through I was just like, that. Okay, fuck it, I can't do this. Like, you have such high standards for a building in a video game. I feel like I'm constructing the Notre Dame.
Apparently I've sparked a watch streak. Is that because I watched the stream yesterday and today?
Are you watching this? Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I always have it open. I have it in theatre mode on my left screen so I can see the chat and the stream.
What is a watch streak? Is that... Does that do
Only
anything?
visible to you. You sparked a watch streak. Share only with the creator of mods.
Oh,
Let's share it.
let's share it. I wonder
Milestone
what...
achieved. You watched 3 consecutive streams this month. Ah. So I've watched
Ah.
3 of our streams in a row.
And you didn't subscribe. Well,
No.
money laundering at its best.
It's a donation, Mr. Councilman, I promise.
Well, it's labeled as a donation. No, actually, if you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime or anything, like, it's okay. So it's Twitch is handling it weirdly this quarter. They introduced a different percentage share for creators, and now I get 100% of the Amazon Prime subscriptions, but I only get 55% of the ad revenue share, and only if I play more than one ads in an hour. Otherwise, it's 33%. So,
I just had a thought about something we could talk about this stream.
oh,
So,
conspiracy theories.
we could do a bit of that, but I wanted to start with this situation at work. What's going on with that? Because it's quite funny.
Yeah, yeah.
And if anyone watching would like to let us know about any difficult or unusual situations at work you've had,
NHR.
you'll understand what I mean when I start saying my story. Then I'd love to have a read. So, the situation at my place is, I work as a programmer for a company in renewables, and I started about 2.5, 3 years ago. And the manager was pretty friendly, but there were days when he would wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I'd cop it because he would just snap at the slightest thing. But then he ended up resigning because he had commitments outside of work and didn't have enough time. So a new manager came in. And all of the meeting schedule got changed. Whereas before we would have 2 meetings a week, we were having 7 or 8 meetings a week. And there was one every morning first thing that was half an hour of just essentially micromanagement. So that was the start of the issues, really. I could deal with the first manager being a bit of a dick at times, but this meeting situation really got me down. It was so draining just sitting there. I get restless legs as well. I suffer from restless leg syndrome at times, and there's nothing worse than being utterly bored and sitting still because it makes it go crazy. And that's what that was doing. So recently, I had a couple of run-ins with the HR department. And when I say department, I mean the only HR person. And because she's the only one, she calls herself the HR manager. Makes her feel good. So she's been monitoring performance and attendance and all the stuff you do. Basically, I've been investigated. And the reason is I was ill a few times, really unwell, and had to have time off, which I don't do lightly. I only have time off if I absolutely have to. And I was called names and all sorts. I was called arrogant. I was called inconsiderate because I was staying home because I was so unwell. I couldn't even do the basic activities, let alone work.
Yeah,
so
I was on the other couch.
Yeah, so then I realised, like, once HR's on your ass, you're getting investigated, and you know they're corrupt because, if the CEO found out that she was insulting, that's gross misconduct. So if that's happening, just jump ship. There's nothing you can do at that point. You really don't want to start trying to get people fired. It's just a headache. So luckily, a family member of mine has a business that I managed to get a job with. So I handed in my resignation.
Back to the sea,
And that caused a lot of surprise, which was a surprise to me because if you treat someone like that, you should expect them to want to go. So clearly they didn't know the effect it was having.
Yeah.
And since then, she's tried a few very slimy things. So one of them was, I can't remember what the first one was, but today she was saying that she needed to have an exit interview with me. Now I looked up the legality and the contract and rights and things like that, and you don't have to have an exit interview. unless you agreed to it in the contract, which I didn't. So she knows this full well. And when I said, I'd like to not participate in the exit interview, straight away she gave up. So she knew that she couldn't go anywhere with it. And she knew full well that I didn't have to, but she stated that I had to. So she's deliberately lied. Now, HR, of all people, lying to you deliberately because they want to sniff out information about where you're going, the company name, all this sort of stuff. It's despicable behaviour. And then she tried to get the company name. So what I was cautious of, I turned down the exit interview, but she said she wanted to go through a couple of clauses of the contract, which is fair enough. I didn't mind that. And I was very conscious of the fact that she might try to turn it into an exit interview. She could easily play that. And she tried to, I think. She at least tried to get the name of the company. And she said things like, I'm going to have to get the name of the company in case you get a reference.
No.
A request for a reference. Well, if a company contacts you for a reference, they're going to tell you who they want it for, and you're going to see like the email address, or you can look up the phone number. You can't hide it at that point. So I don't mind if they find out through a reference, but just lying that she needs it, like I have to give it, blatantly lying, and that's HR doing that.
I would have just replied saying that like no referencing is needed. I'm already hired. Like,
yeah, that's one thing I don't understand. So this new company, they signed the contract and everything.
yeah.
But then they said that they were going to do like referencing and checks and things afterwards. So what would happen then? Let's say if something came up, would they then void the contract? But we've agreed to it.
No, they wouldn't void the contract. Usually lower level companies. Hi, Grim. Lower level companies, they ask you for references because they simply don't care and they don't trust you because the position they're hiring in is like a low end position.
Yeah.
But on higher level jobs, on higher level positions, you don't need references. If you manage to make it through the interview stage, then you there. That's already a big thing.
Yeah.
They might do references in a way and background checks like DBS checks or any other checks that people will need.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't void the contract, so not necessarily. No, she's just really upset that you are moving somewhere. She probably feels like that it's a better position where you are moving, and she is still just a minimum wage HR employee.
Probably. I probably earned more at this current job than she did.
Yeah,
now I can understand that that's a piss take. Like if you're, well, it's the skill level, isn't it? You got an HR manager. What do? Look at Excel spreadsheets, timesheets, write letters and things, and then you've got a programmer. Very full-on job, full stack as well. Lots of different programming languages, loads of skills. You can expect that person's going to get paid even if they're half your age. But I can see how it could be a bit grinding if you're older.
Yeah, and HR is... So, the thing is that HR back in the day, back in like 80s, 90s, early 2000s, it used to be a very important role and they used to deal with a lot. Hello, Nachos. Welcome. Please enjoy the conversation of how to get a job. I'm sorry.
That's mean.
Little uni student.
Oh.
Nah, we have to pray, we have to support Nachos wherever we can because he is doing God's work at the moment with pen and paper and a Microsoft document that more than likely is going to backstab him. Oh, teach me. Oh yeah, we will teach you. High-paying jobs are always changing or challenging. We will figure it out.
Challenging.
Yeah. So HR used to be a very important role. They used to deal with things like payroll, contracts, management, holidays, pay, moving people around between departments. Like they're supposed to know you in and out in order to serve the purpose of the business. Like anything that is due with workforce, from the checks, from the mental health conditions to anything, it's HR, from insurance and pensions and all that. But in nowadays, because we realize that with don't need 60-something-year-old HR people sitting in an office because the software can do it manually or automatically now, and
Yep.
employees are trained enough to deal with this stuff on their own. They been pushed back to the background since like what 2005 and 8 when technology boom happened. So
Yep.
so now if you see an HR manager, it's usually one person, one manager, and maybe one assistant, just in case, and they are grumpy. They hate you. That you're doing better than them.
A lot of HR is outsourced because it is easy work. It's just documents and data, which our computer can do really well.
They basically been reduced into secretary of the company, but
Yes.
they won't get named onto the company's house documents because that's a higher up position. So they are extra salty because of that.
Yep. And the main reason I jumped ship, other than there was a lot of reasons that went into it, but her being blatantly corrupt was the straw that broke the camel's back. HR is the person or department that you go to when you've got troubles, when you need help, when you've got difficulties at work, when you've got issues with people that need to be mediated.
Addressed. Yeah.
What do you do when HR is the problem?
And HR, let's not forget that HR is supposed to be a third party actor and independent.
Meant to be neutral.
Meant to be neutral, yeah. So if you raise an issue with, for example, a manager, then HR has to be, they have to be partyless. Yeah, they have to be objective about it.
Impartial, that's the word you're looking for.
Impartial, that's the word, yeah, thanks. And they are not, because they're getting paid by the same company that you work at, so
Precisely.
they're protecting their ass.
Another thing that I forgot to mention that's really serious that she did is because of, I think it's because of a certain illness I had and I had some time off. Oh, that was it. So I went out to get some medication and I forgot to let my manager know. And just by chance, I was in high demand that day and I got some messages from my colleagues, which I very rarely do. And obviously I didn't respond because I was driving. And they got all up in arms about it, snitched to the manager. He's then really got the ump and said, if you don't respond by this time, disciplinary action will be considered, which he, I think, later realised was way over the top. But he was probably just stressed, and he doesn't deal with stress well at all. He's all over the place.
Spooky.
So then in the meeting to discuss that, because they love their meetings, I asked, first of all, I sought a lot of legal advice online, which I know isn't proper legal advice, but it's better than what I know. At least getting some opinions from other people is something. So I was very methodical in what I did. So I recorded the whole thing. Must do that. And I think they record it as well. Because she seems to remember everything that I said, like to such detail. Train of thought, come back. So yeah, I asked, what's the purpose of this meeting? And it was like a performance review, not disciplinary meeting.
Right.
And at the end of it, I said, so what's the result of this meeting? Is any disciplinary action going to be taken or nothing at all, or see how it goes? And they said, no action at all. We'll see how it goes. So then when she wrote up the write-up of the meeting and sent it to me in an email, like a document of what was said and the outcomes, she said that a warning has been placed on my file for 6 months.
Such bullshit.
I looked in the employee handbook, and the 6-month one is a formal written warning, which you cannot do. First of all, she didn't meet the standards for it, breaching all sorts of ACAS code of practice, and jumping straight to a formal written before a formal verbal. You can't just jump like that unless it's very serious. So then I'm thinking, I'm looking at getting a new job anyway, and now you're putting disciplinaries on my file. That's going to look really bad and could jeopardize this new job. So I had to get it taken off. So I wrote a letter of appeal to the CEO. And in the letter of appeal, you don't go through all the details. You just essentially request a meeting with him to discuss it.
Yep.
And you better read stuff, okay.
Yep.
So I did that. And then I was called in for a meeting with the HR woman. She said, so I've been aware that you wrote an appeal to CEO. And then she tried to palm it off as confusion and said, so that there's no disciplinary action, so the appeal's invalid, doesn't apply. So purely by showing that I'm not going to be taken for a mug and that I will talk to the CEO if need be. It's the proper way to do it. That's what you're supposed to do. That scared the shit out of her, and it was just all flushed down the toilet as if it never happened. But obviously I hadn't forgotten that. But she tried it. Yeah, she really tried saying, like, there must be some confusion. I'm not confused at all. I know exactly what it means to have a warning on my file for 6 months. The confusion's with her, with what she's able to do. You can't do that.
So there's like two things that I can comment on this. When an employer says that they will put this whatever on your record and it will stay there for 6 months, what record? What is it, like a government record? Is it like something, or is it the same like they always tell you in secondary school? Oh, this will go into your file and no universities will want you. There is no file. There is no magical document that any company can just Google your name and see. That's
no, it's got to be their own records.
It's their own records. But because you're leaving the company anyway, it doesn't matter. So she just tried to scare you there.
It can matter if if the new company asks for a reference. I don't know if they have to disclose that there's disciplinary or they are able to.
So the references are legit a questionnaire sent by the new company, and there is no fields like fill out the blank or what can you tell us about this employee. No, it's just like specific questions of how many days this employee worked, how many holidays he had, was he ever late, like continuously late, and did he ever do any like mass or gross misconduct. So they can't lie on it, or at least they shouldn't lie on it, but you're already hired. You're pretty safe from this. Guys, don't let HR and the company you work for harass you and trick you into thinking that, oh no, your future is now ruined.
Yep. They really tried with me to pressure me and take the piss and put disciplinaries on me that I didn't deserve, and they can't by law give me. So I looked up online. I didn't even need to seek proper legal advice. I didn't pay a penny for legal advice. I looked up online, can they do this? And you look at a few different sources, get the consensus, and then don't act impulsive, be very methodical. Take audio recordings. You can do that if you've got a valid reason and you don't have to declare it.
Nope. So yeah. I understand when probably someone watching the stream or listening to the stream and think, oh well, I done well, I will stand up for myself and do this. Unless you have a valid reason, don't spark a fire. And have a backup plan just in case that you need to leave the workplace. Also, these things work completely differently in Europe and America. So this is UK experience with UK job security laws, where you can't just be fired on the spot because the boss doesn't like you.
Yeah, I am grateful for our security laws. Because I've worked
thank you, Margaret Thatcher.
So every company I've worked at so far, I'm my third job at the minute, moving to the fourth one. There's been pretty obvious corruption at all three so far. So if we didn't have these laws, I would have been fired by every one of them.
It's ridiculous that there are countries still out there who can hire you in the morning and they can fire you in the same afternoon. Just because you had an ugly face. I don't know. This place is shit with resources. There are no food barrels.
Talking about hiring and firing same day. So before I had my first job, when I had like no skills and I just needed an anything job, just to pay for myself. Because I was in a bit of a situation at the time. I was going to accept anything. And I applied to work at Domino's in Maidstone in Kent. And the area manager gave me the job. But later, about a week later after some training, the store manager, who is lower in authority fired me. And the reason was, most of the other people that had been accepted for a job were like young teenage
Students?
girls. Yeah,
Ah,
college
okay.
students. I will say that the area manager was a male and the store manager was female. So it's probably nothing gropey. But, and the reason that it happened, I can only imagine, is that because I was a bit older than the rest, I was in the next bracket up with minimum wage. So they would have had to pay me like £1 more an hour. And because they run on... I was about to say they run on razor thin margins. Domino's is not cheap.
Domino's is not cheap, but they are still a pretty profitable establishment.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the budget towards workers is obviously not very good.
Yeah.
So I was fired just because I was older, which is actually illegal. And it's unfair. I was given a job by someone in a higher position and fired a week later and didn't do anything wrong. I was doing the training.
Yeah, it's okay, so I was working technically for Game. I was working at Game before the massive buyout and collapse of the whole company, finally biting the dust. When you think about Game and when you think about these new consoles and the price that are connected to these things, and you wonder, you know, how you can afford it in these days or how much profit the game makes. When it came to, for example, the PS4 Pro, which was sold in a bundle for like $499, and it came with one game, one controller, and the base unit, our clear profit on that console was £2.50. £2.50 clear profit. You can't. The short answer is you can't run a business on that. And look where they ended up. They got bought up by a Chinese clothing manufacturer and reseller, Sports Direct.
I don't know that's Chinese.
Well, Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, like all of this stuff is from that area. So I think the only British thing they had was the big mug. the big Sports Direct mug. I think that's the only thing that is British. Hi. But yeah, we had razor thin margins for technically selling really high-end components and whatever. And they were ideas, they were business plans presented to the shareholders who were too old to manage a business, which is another topic that is interesting to get into. They were too old to manage a business, and basically they ran it to the ground, to the point where Sports Direct were able to acquire game for pennies. And you know what? I remember the day when every morning when we opened the store, we started our morning by reading through the company emails to see new updates, promotions, and how-to-dos and whatever. And one of the emails were a very poorly written and edited email, but it was basically a pay rise for everybody within the company. I was excited. I'm like, oh god, a pay rise. That is amazing. Yeah, 50p. 50p was the pay rise.
Over how long? Month? Yeah.
I was working there for 2 years.
I mean, 50p per what?
Per hour.
Oh, okay.
So the hourly rate, because everybody's paid by the hour except the managers, it went up by 50p. And I'm like,
right.
yes, we can sell a console and make profit for £2.50, and we can pay Juan 50p more.
I've never been paid by the hour. It's always been like full-time.
You are lucky. So, pay by the hour. You can be full-time employed and still getting paid by the hour, because it's easier for the employer to cheat on taxes and benefits, believe it or not. It's also easier to calculate your salary. But honestly, managers there at Game, they fell into the errors of not knowing how to do modern business. In 2012, Amazon told them that they can be the ultimate reseller of these gaming stuff in the UK. So whatever you order from Amazon in the UK, that would be fulfilled by Game and their store and whatever. You know what they said?
No.
We won't take the deal because everyone can build a web shop. You know, in 2012, where Amazon were already a worldwide phenomenon, they refused a very unique contract because everybody can build a web shop. And till this day, Games web shop is a pile of shit. You type in gaming chair and you get adverts for a fucking smoking Yoda in the corner. Ow. Pay by the hour is shit. They where I had to stay at work with nothing to do. Yeah, so you have those things. But, so pay by the hour, if you have a contract that says that in 1 week your minimum hours are 40 hours, then the employer must pay that 40 hours out no matter what. Which is a very interesting loophole that they like you to believe, that if you're not clocking in and you're not working, you're not getting paid for it. No, if it's a minimum 40-hour contract, you're owed minimum 40 hours worth of money. Can be fought in court. Because my ex-colleague did that with the game when she had a 36-hour contract, but she was kept scheduling for 30 hours. After 3 months, she ordered them for a back pay.
Saying about pay rises, at my first job, I started on minimum wage, 12 grand a year or something. And I was told by the boss's right-hand man, who's a proper arse licker, that the first pay rise would be quite a big jump, which I thought, yeah, that sounds reasonable because this wage is diabolical, and I was working for an ISP, so I could imagine I'm going to learn quite a lot of skills, and before long, you know, I'll demonstrate my capability and it'll be quite a big jump.
Yeah.
I was made to expect 5 to 10 grand jump as the first pay rise, which I thought was quite a lot. I was excited.
Did you get it?
So I only ever got one rise at that job. And I went into the meeting room with the boss and the manager. And the boss said that he'd like to give me a pay rise of £500 a month. Year. He fucked up. I was like, 500 quid a month, that's 6 grand a year. That's amazing. No, a month, a year. Oh, right, so now I'm on 12.5 grand. What do you do? So let me know.
Almost made zero difference. Yeah, no. How did I not know this? Yeah, so if your employment contract says that your minimum working hours are 40 hours a week, and there is no other clause within your employment contract, guys, always read your contracts. Like, no matter what your job is, read the damn contract.
Yep.
So if there are no special clauses in the contract that states that these hours will be paid out once, like, if you attend the work premises during these hours. If it's no special clause that details it, then they must pay you that. They will, if you start fighting it, they will try to fire you, and if they do, that's a unfair dismissal court case, and it's an easy win. It happened many times.
I can attest to the read the contract thoroughly thing.
Yeah.
Reason being, if you get in any trouble at work where they are scrutinising you, monitoring you, anything, you best believe that they know your contract inside and out, every single bit of it, and they're going to hold you to it. So the best thing you can do is make sure you know what you have to do and what your entitlements are. So you've got the best position. Because the last thing you want is to not have read something and then they pull that trick out of the hat and you're like, shit, what am I going to do now? I'm trapped in this job, can't go to a certain... What did you say about the conflict of interest that you had with a game card?
Oh, yeah.
That sort of thing.
So I'm not sure if this policy still exists, but back in the day, game didn't allow you to go to work for another company if that company had anything to do with gaming or top-up cards or like really anything gaming. So a colleague of mine were refused referencing rights for WA Smith, which is a stationery business mostly, because they had a wall that had these electric gift cards on. And because that's a conflict of interest, because Game is selling that. And I'm like, that's stupid. And then they refused him to go work in Tesco because the Tesco he applied for had a gaming section inside the store. And these are outrageous clauses and bindings. But on that note, care employees are locked in as well. So if there is a care employee who is a agency worker, then my God, if you are watching this stream, check your contract immediately, because as a agency worker, you are being sent to care homes or patients by the agency you work for. And if you decide that you want to work for a care provider, like a proper rehab home or a care home or whatever, you can't. Because if the agency provides care workers to that facility, then it's conflict of interest, and there is a hefty fine and a buyout procedure from your lock-in contract. They will lock you in for 6 months after you start working for the agency. Ridiculously disgusting.
Something else I just remembered. I
Nurse
didn't read.
Plus. Sorry.
I didn't read my contract fully at this job, or maybe I did, but I forgot a really important part of it. So I went about my usual business, working for them for 2.5 years, and I decided to read the contract when I was thinking of leaving, just to know what the notice period is and things like that.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I was entitled to not only the hour break a day that I've been having, but an additional 2 15-minute breaks. So I've been working half an hour a day more than I should have, and I wasn't getting paid any more for it. So as soon as I realised I was entitled to that, I started taking the breaks.
Yeah.
And actually, I find that my lunch goes away too quickly. But there was nothing in the contract that said that those 2 15-minute breaks had to be apart or separate from lunch. So I have an hour and a half lunch. And that's it.
With breaks, the UK is a bit fucked up. I'm sorry to say that. If your contract specifically says that you can only take your break during this and these times, then you can take your break whenever the fuck you want. Mm-hmm. If you're working an 8-hour shift a day, you are entitled to 1 hour and 15-minute break. 15 minutes break.
I suppose the best way to look at it is like this. Unless the contract says you can't do something or you must do something, you have all the freedom you want under the law.
Yeah. And
you should use it, exercise your rights.
So there are differences when it comes to rota-based work, because then, you might put the business into endangerment. If you, for example, if you're a cashier in a larger, I don't know, like a Tesco store, and somehow you still have a job as a cashier and not one of those automatic tills, then you might not allowed to take your break whenever you want, because then you might endanger the business, because then they would be short on the floor. But to that, I say, because it's not the law, I say, excuse me, you are the manager. How about you managing it so I can take my break? No, so many people, like even office workers, are like, oh no, I will wait till the manager comes down and asks me if I want to go for my break. No. You are entitled. You don't need to take the whole hour in one block. You can section it off, like 2 30-minute break or whatever. You are more than within your power to do that.
One thing to remember is that, unfortunately, many employers will really try their luck. If you don't know what you're doing, they will try to get as much out of you for free as they can. So definitely read up on what you're entitled to.
Definitely. If you're working for like in fast food places, that, for example, taking a break is mandatory. Not just mandatory, but they try to make you believe that you can only take your break if the whatever manager tells you, and you can't just go to the toilet on a whim, you can. This was brought up in the UK when the Amazon warehouse workers started striking in America, like saying that Amazon is, a ruthless employer and they won't let them go to the toilet, which is a lie. I'm sorry to say, but it turned out that all of the people who were protesting, they didn't know their contract. You can go to the toilet. There is a big ass yellow pause button on the screen, and you can go have a piss break. If you're a smoker, you can have a smoke break. They were working 12-hour shifts. They were entitled to 1.5-hour break or something in America, and you can. But then they were saying that, oh, but my performance monitor is going to go down and I'm going to lose my job if I do this and that. Well, yeah, you don't fuck with the system, obviously, but do it smart.
At my first job, I worked on a phone support desk, and there was only 6 people on it maximum, which means if everyone went on lunch at once, then the phones would ring and no one would answer it. So I can understand why you'd stagger lunches with that, and that's what we did. But at my current job, for example, we don't have to do that. There's been many times where we're all gone at once because we're developers.
The code won't run away,
Yeah.
Yeah, and Grim reminded me, like people in manufacturing. Like, come on, take your break. A fucking piece of plastic won't run away. Your manager is not. The business is not gonna lose money by the second that you're not working. It's just not how it works. I love when managers and bosses walk up to you and be like, "By you not working, I'm losing money." No, you
Are
don't.
you distracting me? I'm not working.
Yeah, it's like you're not working, I'm not earning money. No, it's not how it works.
What's funny is they say these things. They'll claim that you're inconveniencing them or damaging their company or whatever. When you leave, they get 0 work, not reduced work. So what would they rather?
So they used to. The reason why I'm sailing this way is because I've seen a fort somewhere here, but I can't see it now. But there's a lot of clouds there, so maybe it's hidden. Oh no, I can see it straight ahead. Yeah, I can see the teeth. Cool.
There's a 2-piece sky creature.
How did I not notice? The machine won't catch fire. Happened twice to me. Well, work conditions are a completely different topic, and sometimes I can understand when certain companies raise issues and disputes with employers about the work conditions. But in many cases, I just don't understand them, and there is no way that they can convince me. Like the railway union and the train drivers going on a strike because they want better pay and better work conditions. Excuse me, you earning more than a junior doctor? You work 8 hours a day because legally you cannot work more. You can work, but probably the train line that you operate at is doing more than 300 kilometers per day, so you can't. You have free travel for you and your whole family and a couple of your friends. You have some amazing benefits. What work conditions? And when they were questioned about the work conditions, you know what they said? We want a better coffee machines and resting places at stations.
Oh, crap.
You sit in a £80 million worth of engineering marvel in the cockpit of it, and it's mostly automatic.
It's a pretty easy job when you know how to do it. It's just driving, but a lot easier because you haven't got to steer.
You haven't got to steer. But okay, guys. So in the UK, being a train driver in a reputable company like GWR or Greater Anglia or First even, I'm sorry to say, from an outside view, your job is easy. I think a bus driver suffers more. I don't see them striking.
Yeah. I think there needs to be pretty serious and urgent changes to the union laws. So, reason for that is, when you've got doctors or nurses striking, ambulance,
yeah.
striking, you've got train drivers striking,
Wait.
The effect that has on the country is immense.
Oh, cake.
Yeah, we're going straight into that. Fuck.
Oh, I can't. That was a double kick.
3 level 3s. Yeah, so when, like, striking, I can understand if, like, the HR department is so god-awful that you've got no choice, and you've got no choice but to go to the unions and strike, fair enough, but when I can't go to LFM several times in a row because the trains yet again are not running, and that's just a social thing. You've got people trying to get to work.
Yeah.
You've got doctors trying to get to work. Like, London is the hub of England. The disruption is immense. When you've got ambulance, healthcare staff striking, you're putting lives at risk. You're putting excessive strain on the poor people who are willing to stay and do their job. And they can't be fired because of union laws. I think when there is such a massive effect on the country and the people, they should be able to be fired.
You should be held responsible for their actions. Like, yeah, they're holding up some signs in the station, and in the meantime, I can't attend a very important meeting, for example, about a passport application or citizenship application, and thus I'm losing the case. Who's gonna, you know, not comprehend, yeah, who's gonna pay me for that? Nobody. When I see junior doctors are striking in Essex, I'm like, what? 65k is not enough for you to start out?
What they're hoping is that by annoying you, you'll annoy the train company, saying, for God's sake, they're disrupting us so much, just pay them more and make them
Oh
shut
no,
up.
oh no, this won't spark, you know, I won't be on their side. I would hate them even
This
more.
is the thing. They're acting completely psychopathic. They want you to fight for them, so they're going to do whatever it takes to annoy you as much as possible. It's
Also,
about irritating the public.
Yeah.
That's the new tactic. Disrupt as much as possible. All it does is turn me against them, and you said
I won't be sympathetic with them, but recently, if we ignore the train drivers and the ow, that was a really accurate shot from that skeleton, and I don't have food with me for some reason. If we ignore all of that, then let's think about the recent activities. CW or U, or whatever they like to call themselves. The postal service. How come that in a modern country, the postage company, the national postage company, can run bankrupt?
Yep. His Majesty's Royal Mail.
Yes.
The mail service of the kingdom is falling. How does that happen?
I tell you how that happened. A lot of... what is that noise? A lot of low-end employees, let's just call them like that, they feel like that they don't have a low-end job. I mean, people, I know that everybody wants to be special. Trust me, I have that issue as well. But everybody wants to be special, everybody wants to be treated right, and everybody wants to earn millions in a month. You are a postie. Your job is to crawl into work in the morning, pick up my junk mail and deliver it to my door before 4 o'clock. That's a low-end job. Accept it. You are not a god. You are not a hero. You are a red-jacketed postie.
Yep.
And let's face it, the Royal Mail suffered so many negative backlash from since 2005. We had that massive BBC documentary back in the day just showing how posties are stealing from you and how disorganized chaos it is. God damn it, just accept it that this is a low-end job and you should thrive for a better one.
Yeah, people need to be a bit more self-aware when it comes to their job and expecting a rise all the time. But then you get to a point where you're looking to earn a fortune, but the job isn't valuable.
No.
Why would they keep you? They'd want to get rid of you and pay someone peanuts.
Yeah.
They can just get on board.
You know the story of the US air traffic controller strike in 1981? I heard of it, but yeah, people being dumb again. We got a letter a week late from a doctor's appointment, so we missed it. Yeah, I had mail that I missed it. That it came like 2 weeks late. And cool. And I should be okay with it. You should be okay with that, Krim. You know, because poor posties, They're not getting paid enough, and their work conditions are so shit that they had to resort to PG tips.
I've had fines come through about 5 days late. When you've only got 2 weeks
To
make a
react to
payment
it,
before
yeah.
it goes up, and it's already a week late. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that.
So, and I cannot believe that the National Postage Service is losing £1 million per day. How? Who? Why? Like how can this happen? You know what? I don't want to know how could this happen. It happened. It's time to fix it. Your Majesty, it's time to fucking step in.
I would love to see the monarchy actually using their power for something. The power they have is immense, but it's hard to picture it because they don't use it.
Yeah, and even if they use it, it's a minor thing. I think they vetoed some personal rights or something back in the day, and the taxation of internet traffic. But
They have the ability to, I mean, it's relatively minor, but they have the ability to pardon people from prison.
yeah, from life sentences.
I know the US president can, and the monarchy can as well. Like, serious criminals who could have done all sorts of terrible things, they can just let them out whenever they want. That's the power they have. They could unleash havoc on the country if they wanted to. That's the power they got. And they could use it for good, but they don't.
Our king can walk into, right without invitation, he can walk into the House of Commons and dissolve the government. As easy as that. Within an hour, all of those big mouth politicians can be put out of a job.
What a beautiful day that would be.
That would be amazing. And it was a real thing that that politicians were afraid of when Liz Truss resigned.
Nope.
Well, help one. Oh, you died. Come in.
Nope.
Okay. Are we on a boss or something?
There's
like
a lot of
fire
skillies.
skeleton, yeah.
Yeah, there's phantoms and I would assume there's
Royal Mail and Post Office are two different companies if I remember right. No. Royal Mail is the post office. Royal Mail is the universal postage provider of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. There is a sloop not so far away.
Yeah, Royal Mail is the postal service, and the post office is just like a hub where Royal Mail collect from.
Post office is... Yeah, post office is just a place you go to. It's a shop front, so to say, yeah.
Yeah, Royal Mail shop front. That's a good way to put it.
There's a sloop hiding between rocks, not so far away, to the southwest. There was a lot of in that. Ah, let my noodles go.
I can see him. That's a captain ship. They've got a bluey flag. It might be Athena.
Well, the flag is Athena, yeah. It's the ghost fleet thingy. Uh-oh. This is a very awkward fort, because the vault is all the way down there.
Yeah, I like it though. It's a different design.
Uh-oh. Smoochies. They don't want smoochies.
It burns. It burns.
Little of H meteorite.
I can smell bacon.
There we go. Also, there are no kegs on this island. Oh,
Well, there probably were, but then the fire and flames came and
Oh no, there's
short
one.
work of them.
Oh,
I shot a few keg lantern.
golden boys. Couple of them burned away.
Yeah, they should get incinerated by the geezers.
Look, boys, I found a keg. I want to introduce you to this magnificent technological advancement.
I think the damage radius of the keg was increased because I was quite far and it killed me.
Oh, it depends also on the keg. The mega kegs are so big.
No, normal ones.
Oh.
The pixel ones.
Also, there's a parent company for the Royal Mail is Parcel Force.
Really?
Yeah, those people could be insolvent as well.
That's the parent of Royal Mail.
Apparently so. Because during the negotiations, Parcel Force was in real danger as well. Ah, fuck. No health, no fun. Hello there. I just jumped by. They're still over there. Well, we could finish this, take the key with us, and kill them. Just to get rid of the possibility of shenanigans. Ooh, the lag. 190 ping. Oh god, what, What was that?
I've got... Oh yeah, I just said that as well, but it's gone down to 60.
Oh yeah. Nice.
No.
Ow. The skeletons hurt. Like, not being weak or anything, but they hurt.
These ones are going to be called Sizzlingtons.
Oh, because they are.
Yeah.
They joke. They. Who's gonna be the boss? Let me guess. The boomer. Still there. You know, likey. I don't know what they could be doing over there.
Yeah, what's there to do there? There's nothing. I'm not trusting that one.
Well, I don't see any mermaids nearby, so... mermaid.
They might just be sitting there waiting.
And
It
then
looks
what?
like they're angled towards us.
I don't know which little island is that, but they're spending an awfully lot of time there.
I don't even think it's an island. It looks just like rocks.
Yeah, between the rocks there's a small little island.
Ouch.
I don't see any mermaids, but I can't really check all the way everywhere. Slap him. Give him the slappies. Don't eat banana. Not allowed. Dead. Bit of a laggy server. Ship still looks intact.
Oh my god, the Duchess is here.
Uh-oh.
I wonder why one of the skeletons was so big.
It's just Chonklington. That just used to be a good pub. Come here. Thanks. They turned a little bit with the ship. But only a little bit. Cool. Well, it's a sloop, so maximum 2 people to fight. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. I survived. Ow. Stop shooting me. At least they removed the blunderbuss from the Duchess Arsenal. Because that was annoying as hell.
Can you have a look where that Reaper's Bounty is? Is that a galleon? There's something moving.
I see a skeleton galleon towards that.
Okay.
The word is rumbling and I can't walk straight. My tiny tippy taps.
Big dragon stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of dangerous because if this erupts, then our ship is in danger. And yeah, it will erupt. Do you want to go back to the ship and keep it alive?
I want to grab the key. Move.
Nope. Now, sometimes it's a false alarm. No, it's gonna erupt, yep. Hello, Duchess. No, 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 no. Oh, she died. Okay.
Now, have a look at that sloop, see what he's doing. It wouldn't surprise me if he sets off for us about now.
Let's see. So the slip is going away. It's an Xbox crew. Slip is going away. Erupt. Shit. 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 Shit.
Ship's been hit.
Can you go get it?
Oh dear. Yeah, our master's down.
Poor Shippy. He just didn't deserve it. It was the Union's fault. the pirate route Union. Alright, traps are disabled. There's an angry chest in here.
Traps.
Well, the kegs. Cursed. Cursed loot. There is now a captain's voyage. That will reveal angry chests and crying chests and all sorts of stuff. And rarely it can reveal a chest of legends. I wonder if you can harpoon that from here. Harpoon this? Nah, it's too far away. Go. We'll bring the ship closer. I'm just gonna... Ah, there's lava everywhere. Who asked for this? There were talks, like half a year ago, that they want to bring the snow biome in. That would be cool. There's a lot. Ow! Because there's a lot of fire in Sea of Thieves already.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Can you imagine and get stuck in the ice?
Snowstorm.
Oh, the snowstorm, yeah.
Ow.
Direct hit. And it makes the water boil.
Who invented volcanoes? What a stupid idea.
God on day 3 of creation. He had enough. Do you think dragons would live in volcanoes?
Fire dragons probably would. They'd
Yeah.
build the volcano.
Well, they probably would. They would nest in there.
They'd give very warm snuggles.
2-1 for comfort. Well...
About warm enough for a cat.
Bathes in lava, then proceeds to hug a cat. The cat cooks instantly.
No.
Fire-breathing dragons. Oh, come on, stop erupting. Stop it. Get some help. Oh, Oh, actually, the building that High Street McDonald's is located in is up for sale. But guess the price on the building.
No.
It's £8 million. And it has a rental revenue of £300,000 per month.
What?
Yeah. Because McDonald's is located in there and Claire's, so two very profitable things. And apparently McDonald's does not own that property, but they are there since 85.
Oh my god. This ship is just getting smashed to pieces.
Oh no, my heap. The carpenter kitten will fix it.
I'm a besties.
It uses little clubs to like fit the 2x4s in place. Getting a loot out is a pain. Because it's so deeply within.
For Christ's sake.
Oh, there comes more. I remember one of the old runaway tactics when you were being chased and you came here. Giving your enemies a good old fright.
Oh, it's so hard to repair because I have to be in the water and it's boiling and taking my health down all the time.
Oh, but now there's another volcano, so this area should calm down soon.
Now, I've seen several volcanoes going off at once before. I don't think they communicate. I've had enough now, you have a go.
Do you think it's randomized or is it small bias where players are?
Probably randomized.
Oh, rumbling. Did you hop on something?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course when it rumbles like this I can't run. Actually,
Why is the ship moving?
because it rumbles the waters as well, I guess.
Oh, for Christ's sake, this is the second time it's pulled itself back. Go forwards.
I hate this biome. No, got the treasure chest. Yeah. Let me move, game.
It's just taking the piss. Even when you're anchored, it's turning.
Yep. And I'm walking around like a drunk person. I want to see the developer who had an orgasm while programming this. The earth shakes. I'll move them lower if need be.
Yep. What should be the next topic of conversation? You were saying about conspiracies earlier.
Conspiracy theories are always fun, especially when you really think about it and then you do research and then you realize, well, shit, it might be actually true. There is a lot of topics that Twitch doesn't really like when you talk about it.
And just question why that might be.
Yeah, and just question why that be. One of these topics used to be 9/11, because I don't know, obvious reasons apparently. But yeah, there's a few topics that are not really advertiser friendly, but we don't have to worry about that because I don't really give a damn about it. There are proper channels that are all about this stuff on Twitch and they're thriving, so yeah, that should be easier to harp in. This island won't calm down. Now it's gazes going around. I just want to walk to the loot room, pick it up, and walk back to the ship. Is that too much to ask?
So I wouldn't want to go through the modern stuff like COVID and that because there's so much about it I'm bored of hearing.
But
So
probably the most relevant ones.
What sort of other ones are quite interesting? Oh, I learnt about something new today. So there's this, they call it a plant-based protection called Appeal, spelled A-P-E-E-L.
You had me at plant-based protection.
Yeah. They're using the word protection because they don't want to use the word preservative.
Right.
That's what it is. And that's got a negative connotation. So, essentially what it is mono and diglycerides. And it's apparently an edible peel they put it on fruit and veg to make it last 2 to 3 times as long.
Right.
But when you look at the health regulations and what's in that substance, it's actually a surface cleaner. It says if swallowed, seek immediate medical attention, all sorts of things. Now I know that dosage matters a hell of a lot. There's certain things that are very dangerous in high doses but are perfectly fine in small doses. So it might be the case that's what's going on, but there's a lot of very scary warnings about it, and they're looking to put it on fruit and veg because it will reduce food waste. What's the problem with food waste? It just becomes compost and fertilizes the ground.
Yeah, if it's discarded in that way. What they mean under food waste is not being composted and not being turned into useful stuff.
Well, even if it ends up on a landfill, it will decompose and become compost.
Ooh, someone is doing the photo to damned. Yeah, but no. Landfills are hundreds of layers of landfill. There is nothing there for a compost to do. Just a big dumping ground.
No, I mean, it's biodegradable.
But yeah, if it's biodegradable, then yeah. What also mean under food waste is when when perfectly good food being just thrown out and not used, they also label it as food waste.
Yeah, I get that. They're putting on all of the reduce food waste, save the planet, when actually all you're doing is you're putting a preservative on fruit and veg for whatever reason, and there's a lot of health warnings about what's going on. So if you see Appeal, then it is a preservative that might not be safe. Don't know yet.
It's the same. It's just like Listerine. Listerine is a floor scrubber, a tile cleaner to be more precise, and yet you use it as a mouthwash.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because you're not swallowing it, and if it can clean a tile, for it to be able to clean teeth that are really hard enamel, it needs to be able to clean hard surfaces. So that makes sense. But at least you're not swallowing it. That's the difference. The main difference. You're not putting it in your body as such.
I accidentally swallowed Listerine before and nothing happened.
No, it's not going to. Not unless you're guzzling it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I just fancy a drink. Let me just it's alcohol in it. There was a lot of we have to make a distinction between a conspiracy theory and a theory that can be proven right, but it's very difficult to prove it right because many things like 9/11 or the COVID vaccinations and the COVID campaigns and the Brexit elections and Trump's election, like there is a ton of theories. There is one definitive answer, but that definitive answer is so complex for the everyday people to understand or even do research on that most people would just stop and read the news and believe the news, which are controlled by we know who. So,
Yeah. Let's just say, first of all, the word conspiracy, it's used to add a connotation to a theory.
yeah.
You have to question why that's done. So it is fundamentally a theory. Someone thinks that something might be the case, but they can't yet prove it. And then it gets labelled a conspiracy by the media, really. And conspiracy is like a legal term. If you conspire to do something, you can get convicted for conspiracy to
Yep.
murder or whatever.
Conspiracy.
It's a word with negative connotations. So just by putting that word in front of the word theory, you can try to discredit it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a perfectly credible idea. You know, if people say that the theory of evolution is a conspiracy theory, like if the widely held belief is that it was all creationism and then there's a conspiracy theory, actually there was this explosion, you know, it sounds mad. Yet theories that we have nowadays, they're not called theories, they're called conspiracy theories. So, yeah, I don't use that term. Or I use it very carefully. There are obviously some people who are just insane and need psychiatric treatment, who come
Yep.
up with these stupid ideas like flat Earth and hollow Earth and all that. That is a conspiracy. They're causing drama. They're trying to cause confusion.
That's not a conspiracy. That's a mental condition.
Yeah, like that's not good. But then you have theories about certain things, about the avian flu that's coming up, about digital IDs, all this sort of thing. They're theories, not conspiracies.
So, about the bird flu. Yes, it's a thing. Yes, it's real. And yes, we all have seen in Clarkson's show that they have to quarantine the birds for 6 months. But there are methods and medication where you can protect your livestock and still sell the eggs and still sell the chicken meat. But it's banned in the European Union because don't know why. It's the same way as the beetle bug, spray is banned in. That's a volcano in the EU. Oh no, it's a Meg. Well, that's a red Meg. Do we want to eat Meg? We need food.
Yeah.
So there are ways to protect, there are ways to do it, but for some reason we are still using the European Union's guidelines, even though that we left the European Union. I don't understand it. But the fear-mongering with it is amazingly high, again. Basically, pharmaceutical companies can control you, then they will control you.
Actually, I will mention something about COVID, even though the COVID thing bores me.
But you have to spread the truth.
The death rate hasn't changed.
Nah.
Yet, where's all the fear gone? Oh my god, 15 people died in a day. Right, no one cares anymore. Why not? This
Smoking.
level of fear we currently have, i.e. none, is what we should have had the whole time. That's very worrying. And I was upset in it as well. I was watching those silly daily Boris Johnson briefings.
Yeah.
Fully sucked in for a while. I hadn't yet woken up. It's about You know, it's not a problem if you get sucked into it straight away, because if that's what it's designed to do, it's hard for it to not do that. But then you have to wake up eventually. And it's the people who still haven't woken up that really concern me. And there's a few of them. Good for you.
So, if anything, the COVID-19 pandemic showed us that we are filthy.
Filthy and very gullible.
Yes, that two thing, yeah. But it's just the whole COVID-19 and the fake variants and the commission that people get, you know, it's...
Yep. And then it gets political when you have the Indian variant that they call the, what is it, the Delta variant?
Yeah, Delta, Omega Alpha, whatever.
Yep.
In Hungary, it was the Chinese variant. And I'm like, that's cool, but you guys have Chinese vaccines. Go figure.
The reason they called it the Delta variant after initially calling it the Indian variant, which is stupid, because the reason they called it the Indian variant is that's where it was first found.
Yeah.
That's where it must have mutated and become a thing. Perfectly reasonable use of the word. You know, Indian means someone or something from India, which it is. But then obviously you get the people claiming that it's racist. So they go, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry, sir, I'll change that for you. I don't know why they care, because I wouldn't.
Me
But they do.
neither.
So I kept calling it the Indian variant, just got to be based and call it what it is. Don't let them change your language.
I'm sorry, but during the Spanish flu, the Spanish people didn't rise up. Oh, why is the Spanish flu? Well, because it originated from you idiots. Oh. Yeah. Is that a ship that I've seen? A mast or something? That I can't see now.
What's your opinion on blacklist and whitelist being changed by so many tech platforms to deny list and allow list?
So when it comes to this stuff, on Twitch, I don't care. I don't want to get banned for bogus reasons. Yeah, it's stupid. It's a blacklist and it's a whitelist. It's nothing to do with race, nothing to do with the skin color. Let's not go into the theory and the reasons why Black Lives Matter is fueled by Big Corp. And what's the other one? BlackRock? BlackRock?
Yep.
Yeah.
BlackRock in the ESG system.
Yeah, so let's not go into that, how BLM is a weapon. And this is not a conspiracy theorist, dear viewer or listener. This is, you can do your research, and we advise you to do your own research from creditable sources.
Yeah, the point of this isn't to convince you of something, it's to make you realise that what you've been taught is probably not true, and you should definitely look for yourself.
Yeah, and we are entitled to our own opinion and our own beliefs. But whitelist and blacklist, what are we calling it now? Allow list and deny list, or...
Yep.
Yeah, or grey list. Like...
No, grey list is... yeah, I use that term because it means something.
Yeah, so like... grow up. Not everything is about race. Not everything is about you. And I'm really sorry to say, this is gonna piss off a lot of people probably when I say this, but where there is no racism and colored people and immigrants live happily next to each other, I know it's not happening, but there were examples. Where there is no racism, nothing like that, these people will make it happen. And they will bring it over there. Why? Can't we live in a world of peace? We must live in a world of chaos all the time?
Yeah, because the people doing this are busybodies. They've got nothing to live for. Nothing better to do. So when there's no drama, they make it. And racism is a really hot topic that everyone loves to have an opinion on. Yep. So it's really easy to make drama about, so that's why they do it.
My part on
caring.
Yeah, my part on racism is based on the fact that numbers don't lie, statistics don't lie, and then people say, "Oh yeah, but those statistics are made by the white man," and it was pointed out that no, the independent research team was colored, who conducted the research of why 64% of black.
How are you doing?
Sorry.
How are you doing? You turn the ship away.
Wait, there's still... Oh, sorry. I didn't see that. I didn't see the show. I thought we're done. So how 64% of black juveniles are shooting each other, and they're shooting each other. It was concluded by a black research team. So, it's our white man statistics.
Yeah, I was watching a podcasty sort of thing, or like a black guy who used to be very much involved in all this social justice, and he became not a conservative, but like somewhere in between. He didn't subscribe to either side.
Right.
It's like a centrist, I suppose you could say, if you really want to label it. And he strongly believed that every day thousands of unarmed black men were getting killed by racist white police. Turns out,
We're good.
in a certain year that he looked at, it was 12 in a year, compared to 19 people getting killed by lightning strikes. So you're more likely to be killed by lightning than as an unarmed black man being killed by a white police officer.
Yeah.
I don't hear anyone protesting the lightning.
Could you imagine? The Greenpeace goes against the lightning. No, lightning lives matter. Oh, the Greenpeace. Like, I showed you the picture that the climate people in Colchester who were denying the climate emergency and the changes and whatever. What month is it? It's April, isn't it?
Yep.
When they were out saying that there is no climate emergency and our climate is not changing, they were snowing in the morning. In April. Funny that.
Yeah, the climate is definitely changing. As for whether it's an emergency or not, that's what I have no evidence to prove or disprove. But as usual, unless there's evidence, you can't say it's true. So we have to assume it's not an emergency until it's proven otherwise. But I can see it's changing. Like when I was a kid,
Yeah.
February was the month when you get loads of snow. But Christmas is traditionally when you get loads of snow, which tells me when that became, when stories started being written about Christmas, maybe the climate was such at that point that December was when you got the heavy snow. When I was a kid, it was February. Now you're lucky if you get any, but it's even later than that. So it is moving later, the snow. And the summer as well. It's just shifting later.
It is, and we have scientific evidence of why is this happening, and it's not conclusive, because some researchers says that this is normal and the Earth will go through this every 5,000 years, and this is another one of those, and some researchers say no, it's the greenhouse effects or whatever. So because the researchers can't agree on which one it is, the people were like, oh, both fake. No, both can be true. We're just not sure. What about judging people based on their character, not their race? Yeah, that's difficult when certain people are the product of their environment, so they will adopt that characteristic, and eventually you will run into the same people.
Then again, it doesn't matter how someone's brought up, they are ultimately able to think for themselves.
And they should.
There's plenty of success stories, people who grew up in really rough situations and came out on top. And then you've got people who were born into luxury, who ruined it all.
Yep.
So absolutely not a death sentence if you're born into a poor family or bad situation, whatever. So yeah, Martin Luther King with the judging based on character, not skin, I 100% agree with that. That's when it comes to employment and employing people based on their capability rather than their skin colour, that's meritocracy. Judging people based on their merit. So if someone puts effort in, if they're a good quality person, then you show them more respect, things like that.
Yeah.
But probably what happened was, well, if you've heard of the Long March through the institutions, the idea is that certain groups of political people, over a very long time, get their way into the institution, so into the universities, into government, into positions of power. They claim that that's not happening, because obviously why would you want anyone to know that that's your secret plan? But then they're always preaching there aren't enough of this type of person in power, not enough of this type of person. But the people they're promoting are the people who believe what they believe. So what they're actually saying is, we want people who have our beliefs in positions of power. I wonder why that could be. So they can spread the belief.
Yep.
So my point with that was, if you judge people by the character as opposed to race, then that slows down their progress. Because people of certain races have that belief system and they want them in. So by making people do things like affirmative action, where you hire people of supposedly discriminated against races to get equity, what you're doing is you're accelerating getting that belief system into power. That's why they're doing it. That's why they're trying to push against Martin Luther's message of fairness and in favour of hyper consciousness of categories.
Yeah, it could be. Now, like, if you, the viewer, think that we are just to pretend to be very clever people, we both have a very wide range of experiences in life and opinions and the ability to conduct research and form our own views and whatever. These are just we are not prophets or anything. Everyday views can be these are just everyday views that can be dissected and examined logically and using critical thinking. It's a shame that our modern society is not rewarding critical thinking within everybody, and especially not the educational system will not teach you how to do that. Yep. Otherwise you become, too smart for your own good, apparently.
And as I keep saying, think about why that could be. If something seems strange, if you're being restricted in some way, think about who's that benefiting? Why is this the case?
There's something strange in the
Not
neighborhood.
to be paranoid, but just if something's not quite right, question why. So, for example, it would make so much sense for critical thinking to be taught in schools, because kids nowadays are really dumb, and it's only going to get worse. They don't think for themselves. They're taught something, they believe it. Why would that be? Well, because they're marketing politics to kids, and if they think critically, they might say, I'm a kid, I don't want to know about this. If they don't know how to think critically, they'll go, yeah, sure, I'll form an opinion. I'll fight for your side. I'll become an activist. They're just recruiting kids, and critical thinking is a threat to any belief system.
Which is not. In fact, the most complicated systems are built by people who are critical thinkers. They either using that power for good or bad, but...
I think you misunderstood. Critical thinking is a threat to any belief system.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, sorry. I zoned out for a second. But I'm waiting for the point where... So teachers are striking, surprisingly, because of pay and work conditions. This two thing is across all unions and all people. Better pay, better work conditions. You are a teacher. You go to work in a school. You have a table and maybe an office. You are not the fucking Prime Minister. Stop it.
So, when it comes to not being happy with pay, at my first two jobs, I wasn't happy with pay. At my current one, I was pretty happy with it until the bills went up, and now I need more, and that's what I'm getting with this fourth job.
Cost of living crisis and such.
So I acknowledged that either there isn't any progression to be had at this job, or like I've reached the end of the line, that there's no more I can earn, or even if I can perform better, I wouldn't be paid better for it. There's just no point. So I move on. Instead of striking and saying to the boss of my first job, I want more money, I left and got a better job that pays more. So if the teachers don't like it, the train drivers don't like it, get a better job and you'll get paid more. But you need the skills to do that. So don't expect to be a pretty useless person and get a better job.
So what I can recommend to people is to do what Kit has done. Acquire skills, deploy those skills, use critical thinking and critical judgment, and the most importantly, when it comes to a job, negotiate and know your position.
Yeah.
Negotiation is really powerful.
I've got some good stuff to say about that. So I had some really good success with negotiation in my current job. And it does depend on the type of manager you have. So it's not going to work for everyone. Even if they said the same things as me, it might not work in a different job with different people.
Yeah.
I started at this job in the office. It was a fully working from office role. And then COVID came, and we were all working from home completely for months. Or actually, it was near enough a year, if not more.
Yeah, it was.
And that demonstrated that yes, we, the team, can be trusted to work and not play games all day. So I thought, okay, when all the fear mongering went away and the manager wasn't scared enough anymore to make us stay at home,
Yeah.
he started to call us back into the office, tried to get us to go back to normal. Well, I'm thinking, hang on, I saved a hell of a lot of petrol here and an hour out of my day with travelling, and I was happier and more productive working from home.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense to go in the office. There's no benefit. And obviously they kept trying their best to say, oh, well, it's all about being a team and it's easier in the office and all this, and it's just not true. I'm not for a developer.
It pisses me off. It pisses me off when a boss who employs maybe under 100 people, hundreds of people, and they say, we are a big family here. We work together in a team. Fuck off.
Never.
I work for my paycheck.
Never subscribe to that.
The only...
I haven't attended any of the social events because I just find it perverse when they treat you the way they do and then want to go down the pub for a drink. I don't do that.
But Kit, it's and simply, at the core of our company, we are friends. And as Vin Diesel said it in Fast and Furious 6, family.
Cringe. You made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, so negotiation. I said to the manager, I feel that I work really well from home. I think I demonstrated that because I do work hard and they do notice it.
Listen, it's average.
And I keep making me lose my train of thought.
You were doing a good job.
Yeah, I work a lot better from home and it's saving me a lot of time and money and things like that. So I said, can I carry on working remotely? And there was a girl called Lucy working there at the time, and she resigned shortly after being asked to go back to the office. So that's probably the straw that broke the camel's back. She wanted to work remotely, just like I wanted to. And she bailed straight away. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But I stayed. But that probably pressured them. They were probably scared to death of losing 2 developers in quick succession because they tried to get them to go back to the office. So they were probably a bit careful about, a bit more lenient with negotiations. But I managed to convince them. And to this day, I didn't get exactly what I wanted. We came to a compromise where I work 3 days a week in the office and 2 from home. So it's nearly half remote, which is not bad at all. And yeah, that saves me money, so I'm essentially earning more money. Saving me an hour out of the day.
Yeah.
Happier.
Negotiation skills are really important and use them wherever you can.
Also, word of warning about it though. So one of the reasons the HR woman doesn't like me is because I managed to negotiate that. She doesn't get that. She has to go to the office every day.
She probably never tried.
No. This is where you got to give it a go. But you got to demonstrate yourself first before you do it, otherwise you'll be cheeky.
Yeah.
So what she told me was that several other people from completely separate departments who I needn't care about in the slightest have expressed that they don't think it's fair that I get to work from home and they don't. The thing is, they're analysts. They're analysing gigabytes of data, and you can't keep transferring that back and forth. Whereas I work completely remotely on a remote server.
Yeah.
I can work wherever I want. I can go down Costa and sit on a laptop if I want and work completely fine. So it's different job, different needs, different ability to work in different places. And just so happens that I can work remotely and manage to negotiate that, at least in part. And they were jealous, several of them, including the HR manager. So you do have to be aware that if you manage to negotiate a cozy deal, other people won't have that, and they might turn against you. So maybe keep it as quiet as you can.
It's so sad that you have to do that. Like, You negotiated a better position. That's on you. That's your achievement. But jealousy will ruin everything.
And as I mentioned to you at the time when I told you about this, instead of trying to drag people down to your level, instead of them trying to get me made to go back in the office because they're jealous, instead of that, work hard and say to your manager the same thing that I did. I feel that I work much better from home. All these reasons, can I give it a go? 2 days a week. And I reckon they would say yes. But they're jealous people, not very nice people.
They don't want you to have good times because they're not having a good time. So everybody must suffer.
It's surprisingly easy to negotiate if you just think about what the other party wants to hear. So, for example, I mentioned in the last stream issues with my energy provider where I'm paying like 4 times what I should be.
Yeah.
So I cut the direct debit because I complained for a year and they just blanked me, and that finally got their attention. But because of that, they threatened debt collection, and they gave me a deadline to start paying by before that starts. And I emailed them and said, I'd like to request an extension because of exceptional circumstances, XYZ reason. And they accepted it straight away and extended it by like a month. That's all it takes, and you can get like debt collectors put off by a month just by a simple email.
Also, like, just guys, give you guys an idea. If you're not in from the UK, debt collection in the UK for energy, water is mostly a threat because they can't cut the supply off, and they can't close your account while you're living at the address. So the debt collection would do nothing for legit years if you're living there. You would just acquire the debt. But when they give you the extension, it also shows that they don't really care about the money. Isn't it? Like, if they would really care about that, whatever, 5,000 grand, let's just say you owe them 5k, then they would not agree to an extension, isn't it? They would be like, no, you must pay it. They make millions in a second.
One thing I was discussing with my sister yesterday was that these companies in the middle of the energy crisis really don't want bad press. So if you were to go to the papers and say, I'm in my 20s, I'm struggling to pay my bills, and E.ON is threatening debt collection on me, then the papers will be all over it, the public will be in outrage, and these companies would crap their pants and do anything to shut you up.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say about media and to negotiate for yourself. Don't be afraid to use media on your side.
They've got a lot of power. If you use it for good, they can do a lot of good.
Yeah, they could do a lot of good during the pandemic. Yeah, during the pandemic when I was involved in healthcare, BBC Radio 1 ran a program. Is it BBC Radio 1? Never mind. Radio 1. It's running it was running a program about people who are experiencing exceptional hardship during the pandemic. And they asked my opinion and whatever. And I mentioned in the interview that, oh, by the way, the healthcare providers of this section of this type of work is really difficult for them to get employment because of the lock-in contracts and just the conditions and whatever, being a frontline worker. And after that interview, 2 days later, several other radio stations and TVs were wanting to have an interview because, oh, it's a 20-something-year-old guy who's like in the front lines and, you know, he's having exceptional hardships or whatever, and they jumped on it. So guys, don't be afraid to go to your local papers or radios and send them a message about this story. They jumped.
I just remembered something really important I need to mention, and anyone living in anywhere where the BBC TV licensing is a thing, I've got to tell you an amazing tip that actually worked. So I was watching a YouTuber who's actually a solicitor, I believe, called Black Belt Barrister, and he gives guidance on certain parts of the law. So he always makes sure to say it isn't legal advice, just guidance. So he will give you tips and tricks on how to achieve certain things with the law, letting you know your entitlements and things like that. So he mentioned he had a lot of people emailing in about TV licensing and the threatening letters and the fact that certain parts of what they were saying wasn't legally accurate. because they were missing certain words out in the legalities. And he spoke about this idea, and he made it clear that it might not work. It's something you can try.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about the common law right to what's the official name of it?
Revoke access.
The common law implied right of access.
Yeah.
So what that means is, in this country, trespassing isn't illegal if it's just trespassing. Aggravated trespass is a separate matter, that's criminal. But normal trespassing, being on someone's property, is not a crime in itself. But you can obviously get in trouble with it depending on what you're doing, but you can go on someone's property, for example, to knock on their front door. So a postman has a valid reason to be on your property. He can go in your front gate, approach your door, and that whole time he's on your property, and that's because there's an implied right of access. It's pretty obvious, like it's implied that you would be okay with him being on your property for that reason.
Yeah.
So that is the natural state of things. You do have an implied right of access to people's front doors. And you don't actually have to have a reason. You can just knock and not have a reason. That's generally fine. When it comes to TV licensing, unless they have a valid and active warrant, they can knock on your door for whatever reason they want. But what isn't well known is that you can withdraw that implied right of access because it's your property and you have to make it pretty clearly known, so like serve it in writing, but you can withdraw the implied right of access. So what I did was I wrote to TV licensing and said, I'm writing to notify you of my withdrawal of the implied right of access to this property. And you don't have to go into any more detail than that. What that means is, if you say that, you're banning them from entering, or knocking on your property, entering or anything, unless they have a valid and active warrant. So if they do, you have to let them in by law.
Officer K, thank you so much for the follow.
They can't get a warrant without a reason to believe that you need a license. If you don't let them in, you don't give them any clues that you might actually need one, they can't get a warrant. And if you ban them from knocking on your door, there is nothing they can do. So I tried this. They wrote a letter acknowledging it. And then they wrote another letter a couple of weeks later saying something like, your no license needed statement has been accepted. And I didn't tell them I don't need a TV license. I didn't say anything to them. I ignored them.
They just
There's nothing else
realized.
they can do.
Yeah, they just realized that they're fucked. Like they can't do anything with it. Also, TV licensing in the UK is going away, so I don't know why they're trying.
Yeah, it's a few more years though, so it's worth doing. So if you do or don't need a TV license, and you don't want to pay for it, which you obviously don't have to do if you don't need one, and you don't have the respect for the BBC like I didn't to let them know you don't need it, and you fancy playing some fun and games, you don't have to say a word to them other than, in writing, I withdraw the implied right of access to this property.
So they finished the Fort of the Damned. They right in front of us, and it's a sloop.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
So I was astonished that that worked. Not only did they acknowledge that they wouldn't turn up, but they claimed that I had said I don't need one, and they just solved the case, like completely closed it. There's nothing they can do.
Oh, wait, that's not that. Yeah.
They can't approach my property for any reason, unless they have a warrant, but they can't get a warrant because they need to be able to approach the property to get any clues that I might be needing a license.
Yeah, it's a brig. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong island. It was to the right.
So
there was just someone else.
So I completely checkmated them, and they gave up. That's how you conquer those people. They threaten so much. I ignored them for months and months, and I must have had around 10 threatening letters saying, we've started the investigation, we're giving you this much time, a visit has been scheduled. And as soon as you say you're not allowed on my doorstep, there's nothing they can do because it's your property.
I think
Even if it's rented, by the way. I rent this place and I still have the right to do that.
Yeah, because you assume the rights to it. But like, yeah, they sending these threatening looking messages like with big bold red text and everything. Now I think they sent you like 3 different messages that, oh, a visit is scheduled by this date.
Yeah, the most recent one, the letter was the envelope was bright red, like Royal Mail red.
Yeah.
The really scary one that says they're on their way, essentially.
Oh, they're getting the secret radar van.
Yeah. By the way, when they say about using detection methods, that technology doesn't exist.
Nope.
What they probably do, and this is very grey area legally because of privacy and human right to privacy, but if they happen to glance into your window and your TV's positioned such that they could see it from the outside,
Yep.
and they notice for a split second you're watching live TV, then they've got the reason that they can go to get a warrant, and then they can get in.
They need to get an evidence though. So
Yeah.
they need to provide the court with an evidence that you are watching live TV.
They might have a body cam in the hopes that when they do their sneaky glance that's definitely not intentional and peering in to violate privacy, they might happen to catch it.
You
That's
are.
what I think they mean when they say detection
But the
methods.
problem with that is that you're recording into a private domicile. That is illegal.
Maybe, yeah.
So even if you have, you know, a belief that, oh, it's a crime being committed, no, you can't. So this is a unrelated sloop. Do you want to go on board and see what they're doing?
Yep, I'll swim over.
You can rob them. You can just hold them at gunpoint and be like, give us your supplies. Is it basically a stock ship? Los Spriar. Intriguing. Very intriguing indeed. Should I put their mask down or something? Or?
Let me get on first and see what's going on.
Yeah, I don't see anybody on the ship. Must be on the island. Doing his little questies. No, I'm sorry either. Goody.
The ship's a bit battered. They're anchored.
They are anchored, but the sails are up.
They've got a... I think they bought a cannonball crate. They've got more than they should have.
Okay.
Pretty good supplies. I wouldn't mind taking 4 pineapples.
They have a rowboat as well.
Let's just steal their supplies and that's it. Can you come over with the
Yeah.
crate? Let's just do it completely silently.
I will sneak up with the ship.
They're gonna be so confused.
I mean, there's a rowboat there, so if you have a storage chest there.
I haven't seen one.
Right, I'll get closer. I can use the harpoon on their ship to harpoon the storage crate out of my hand. Oh, perfect.
Shh, don't let them know.
No. Should we leave? I will leave them with a generous gift.
Oh my god, yeah, do that.
We'll give you a generous gift for your supplies.
Hopefully they'll sell it to Reapers because then we get a commendation. Progress.
I'm gonna put it right.
You know we've got to do that another 29 times for generous and the other gift.
Where should I put the gift so he notices it?
Stick it right in on the snoot. Or like in the middle of the snoot.
In the middle of the snow.
It'll
Yeah.
be shiny, yeah, because they can see it then.
Generous gift. Okay. Package deployed. And now, guys, this is how you do ethical piracy.
I'm not quite sure it's worth the trade.
Well, cannibal supplies like 5,000 gold. The wood supplies.
Harpoon it back.
Yeah.
And clear up some space because there's 16 bananas left. I want to take everything. It's completely empty if we don't need
fuck.
it.
Don't put it down next time. Can just hold it. Oh god, so cannonballs I'm storing at the moment. Who said that piracy has to be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive all the time.
Just get rid of some of the food to clear out the slots, because they might come back. I need 2 slots free.
Okay. Yeah, you have plenty slots free now. Harpoon. Can you?
They're
Can you?
anchored. Nope.
Goody. It's not like we are doing a massive damage to them, because they can just go to the outpost and buy it again. But this is like a minor inconvenience. Like, they can't get damaged more than 5 times.
Take me.
Oh.
That was amazing.
Well, mission accomplished.
They will have no idea. They'll just come back and see that gift.
Poor ship.
I think they'll be grateful that they haven't been sunk at least.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
There's some loot up there. Thanks for the supplies, boys. Right, what's going on here? Oh. Oh, they shot a guy out. Right side.
They've got no supplies to fight us with.
Hello and goodbye.
Did you say anything?
I would check your ship.
Did you say anything to them when we left?
No, he just shot himself over and I said hi and goodbye, that's it. Hello, hello, oh, goodbye. Go check your ship, mate.
Turns out it's an 8-year-old playing with his dad.
Yeah, but we didn't sunk him.
Rinsed.
No, we didn't sunk him, we didn't kill him.
Didn't sink.
Didn't sink. Alright, do you see any ships around here?
Nem Visesh Hail.
Cool.
Not soggy boat.
Not soggy boat.
There's nothing on the map.
Oh no, I see no
I
ship.
will say though, when I looked at their map, they were zoomed into the Fort of the Damned.
Hmm.
Didn't you say they finished it?
Yeah, but it was a brigantine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why
It looks like they were looking to go there, or they were curious about it at least.
well,
Should we have a? I'll ship myself out and see if they've buried anything.
can try. Shoots a random cannonball, makes the keg explode, kills all the tuckers.
I hit one guy in the head. They've left 2 tridents, 700 coins.
Oh no. 700 coin you lose. The ship event is up.
Ooh.
I think that will yield more use for us.
I prefer the ghosty ones. But yeah, we can do that. I would like to make a coffee though.
I wouldn't. I'm gonna stay on that long. My brain is mushy.
Oh. It was going to be a long stream.
Yeah, I'm still like 1 more hour or something. I need a drink though, so could you maintain the ship for a second?
Yep.
Cool. Be right back. Some sustenance.
paused the ship for a second because I saw 2 sloops, but it's 2 skelly sloops. So it looks like someone's already been here and spawned them.
Oh. How lovely.
So, any more theories that we should talk about?
That you're a stinker cat.
Yeah, I've heard this theory a lot. I would call that a conspiracy theory.
No.
It's made with malice in mind, and there's no proof.
There is proof.
No.
I just have to give a good sniff, and there we go. We can
sniff more.
Maybe. And just sniff and sniff and sniff. You know how I wanted to grind the PvP stuff? I've been doing everything except that.
Yay.
We're making our profits now, and then we'll do PvP stuff. It's so cool, like the unlockable thing for the Reapers are so cool. It's just, I'm shit with PvP. I mean, here's a theory for you. Are we the shit ones, or there's just a lot of hackers? Or tryhards? Or people like blurbs who live on this game?
I think there's a lot more cheating than you would think. It's just a lot more subtle in most cases.
Oh yeah. It's stinky mitten.
No, not stinky. But nice aftershave on today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So there.
But that was the aftershave. Aftershave smells nice.
Yes. And it's on the cat, therefore the cat smells nice.
Sea of Thieves is the game that feels like we're streaming for like 8 hours, and in reality it's only been 2 hours and 6 minutes.
You should try to stay out more. I'm up for a long stream.
Good for you, I have to wake up early in the morning.
Early.
In my standards, early.
Use the opportunity to get used to getting up earlier.
So who are they fighting? Who are they fighting with?
Didn't see anyone.
I hate these waves. Like, obviously it won't affect the Skelly Sloop because, I don't know, they turn on their engines. I think the Brigantine is nearby. I can see the trails, yeah. Brigantine is nearby ahead of us. In the fog at the moment.
That one's gone.
Also took... Oh, it was a handball. I have no control. I have control.
That's both of them done.
Very nice. Good kitten. So the Brigantine is trying to be sneaky, but they have the trail from the bounty on. So can see them to the right. I think they want to come to
Yeah, they're going around the rock.
yeah, should we stop them? Because they want to go to Reapers to sell.
They did the...
Port of the Damned.
Or, yeah. Let's see, why not?
The only
Can we
problem,
catch them though? Is it worth trying?
if we outplay them in PvP, we might have a chance.
Can we catch them? There's
Yeah.
no PvP till you catch them.
Oh no, we can catch them, yeah. We are between them and Reapers, so
Okay.
grab a loot and off we go. I've got to turn and go soon.
Yep. Almost.
Alright,
That's
let's
it.
see.
Where is our blue gem?
Which one?
We had a blue gem.
Sold it.
What to?
To the thingy, the guy
I don't remember that.
on the left. Yeah, they're shooting. Shoot.
Alright.
Ooh, change shot. Semi-accurate change shots.
It's fine, I'm hitting them.
Uh-oh.
How much is damaged?
Yeah, repairing. Swap.
Killed their cannoneer. I'm gonna jump on when I get the chance.
I think they are below repairing. I'm killing the helmsman.
I fucking went straight over. God damn it. Oh. Did I just hear a sinking? Did they sunk?
Oh, awesome.
I heard the sinking noise, yeah.
Awesome. Can you stay with them then?
I'm underneath waiting for them to appear. There's one.
One is still alive, yeah.
Yep, I see him.
I'm turning around.
Oh, he's doing some fake voice.
Can you handle them?
Yep, one dead.
Yep.
They're French.
Yeah. Yuck. I turned around.
If anyone knows what that French means, please enlighten me. I don't know a word of French.
Bon Jovi.
Don't learn stinky languages. Well, Hungarian's the exception.
I'm here. Anybody alive?
Me.
Okay. So nobody.
I think it was just one guy. I don't know where the rest are.
It might be just a duo crew. Maybe they thought that handling a brigantine with 2 people is easy. I must say, we did a very good job with it. Good.
They're turning.
Wise. And the wheel was set to the left. Come on. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So where was all of that loot then? Oh, maybe they sold the normal loot at an outpost.
Yeah.
And kept the...
Yep. There's some raw food. Yeah, maybe that's why they went towards that way, and then they realized they can't sell the Reaper's chest over there. What a foolish mistake. Store. Roar, and a bottle of rum. And conveniently, we are facing Reapers. I can imagine the little 12-year-old French gamer.
He's definitely got a green headset.
Oh, that's a stereotype I haven't heard yet.
Haven't you got a green headset?
No. I used to have a Razer tournament one.
Was it green?
Yeah, because it's Razer.
Well, one of them.
But I didn't pay for it. Would that make any difference?
No.
But
Absolute green headset user.
it. I'm not a grown up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have a I have an LG Pro now. So. Shush! You are a menace.
No.
Gee. Say mean things to the dragon.
What does that mean things? They're true things.
The dragon is just trying to be good and is being judged. This poor little floppy creature is just trying to be good.
Floppy creature. That is a brig of some description. Yeah, looks like a skelly one.
There is no skelly brig.
Galleon.
Oh, galleon, yeah.
Oh yeah, I just realised there's not a... Why did they not have skelly brigs?
They used to. It was a bit too OP. How, like, it was too much variety. So they removed it on like the third day of the skeleton ship
Too much
update.
variety.
Yeah, the ship event used to be bollocks difficult because it started with one sloop, then two sloops, then a sloop and a brig, and then two sloop and a brig. Like, it was a bit OP.
Okay, so they had it badly balanced. I don't mean you get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know either. It didn't look too good, that thing, either.
Then redesign it. Why take such drastic measures and get rid of an asset?
Don't know, ask Rare and Microsoft. Probably it wasn't diverse enough. It didn't fit in the quota. Yeah, it was in the early days of...
That makes sense actually by Microsoft standards. You have to be really big or really small. It can't be normal in any way.
Oh yeah, now to think about it, the brig is a normal looking ship. There's nothing extra about it. Oh no, it's not special enough. Fuck.
Yep. There we go. That's the answer.
God damn it.
Didn't meet the specialness quota.
Okay, but what about disabled ships then? Where are they being represented? The ghosty ones?
Well, they're represented, but they quickly go under.
There's another Reaper on the server somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't last long.
Disabled ships are the ones that has French crew on. It's a massive handicap. Level 3 Reapers are located
Yeah,
at
when the game detects that the crew is French, gives the boat a handicap.
Faster sync rate.
That would be based.
It
I approve of that.
it won't give a fuss. Mon Dieu.
The forums would be full of just the French. Like, why are we sinking so quickly? What's going on?
We are thinking. Oh, what are you thinking about? What would be... Okay, so if there is a handicap for the nations, what would be the British one?
Hang on, what's the benchmark here?
So, French if the crew is French, so the ship will sink faster. The crew is British. What's the negative effect there?
No grog allowed.
Yeah,
You, you drink grog, you die.
you end up in a prison somewhere.
Yeah, you drink, you get locked in the brig for 30 minutes.
American
Yes, that's
ships. No steaks, no pork, no food.
No, American ships is there's just guns shooting through the ship, and you can get hit at any minute.
American ships' handicap is guns. That's it. End of sentence. Guns. They are a handicap. Israel, no pork. I wish we could have certain upgrades for our ships. Like one more stove. Guns. Fuck it, I need no stove guns.
Guns and diesel.
No, I want some pumps as an upgrade, and I want copper hull for a little bit of resistance. So while normally a shot would create a level 3 hull, it creates a level 2 one. Because of the copper plating or something. But in return we would lose speed. Like, they could make this into a meta game. Ship inbound. Brigantine. Towards us. I'm not sure if it's the Reaper or not. Yeah, it's coming. I'm gonna get the ship into position while you saw those things. I'm gonna drop off one more thing. I'm gonna drop off the tea, because we don't need that. It is not the other Reaper. I think it's the French brig. I wonder if they were three of them. Oh, there's a rowboat coming over. And the people is here. Climb aboard. Rowboat on the left.
I'm on the... Oh, I can't get on, you just sped off.
Oh, sorry. I can't stop now.
I don't know where they are.
There's the rowboat. The rowboat stopped.
Where?
Next to the little island. If you're looking towards the brig. I think if
Oh, there, yeah. I see.
yeah, reach that place and then stop. The brig is it the same brig? No, this brig is captained and it's the Brigudi.
That rowboat doesn't... Oh, there's a shark there. Fuck the life out of me. I'm back.
Okay. The skeleton galleon scared me at the moment. The previous one wasn't captain, was it?
I think it was. It wasn't that name, though.
Hmm. I know that the sloop that we ransacked was captained.
See, that's a different guy, different brig.
Should we shoot up a flare to see their reaction?
Yeah.
I will shoot up a firework. I fired the danger noodle. They... No, those are cannonballs.
Alright. Turn it around to the right and we'll
Yep.
put some in them.
naughty.
I wasn't naughty.
No, I was. War means war. Yeah, I think it's a full crew.
Chain coming in. Whoa.
Whoa.
Ow, my head. Ow, whoa.
Our master's down.
I'm off as well. Yep, I'm back on. Christ almighty.
Messed up.
I'll repair it. Turn round to the left if you can.
Yep. Ow! That almost killed me. I'm dead.
Now.
Way too accurate shots. Eat. Full speed, yep. You got the wheel?
Yep. We've got water on the bottom.
But yeah, gonna repair a bit. Just quickly, while we can. Alright, we didn't have any level 2s, just level 1s. At least it's a quick fix. Okay, now there's a level 2. Ooh! Trying to snipe us?
Mermaid?
Yep. Unknown location though. I'm grabbing my blundy for defense.
He's behind, trying to shoot us. He's a double gunner as well.
Okay. Let's try to fight from a distance. Worst case scenario, we can pull them into the skeleton. We have cannonballs for days, so we can potentially annoy them. Do you have angle? Too high. Huh? Yep.
Yeah.
I'm on full left.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm hitting.
Nice.
I killed someone.
Let me know if you want to swap. Nice. I can't see them because waves, but yeah, good. I think someone fell off. Too high. Perfect. Hold on, I'm fixing the angle. Try some chain shots if you have. Come on, game, give us one. Yep, firm down. Swap when you empty. I have some chains.
Killed someone.
Yep.
Lost on fire. Oh, they're friends. Oh, it's the same guys.
Yep. That's what.
Yeah. Yep. Just, I don't know what that means. I think that means you're dead.
Oh, got the other mast. I think. Yeah, other mast is down. I'm gonna try to put them to sleep. Ah, fuck. They are asleep.
Yep. I'm gonna repair.
Okay.
You're doing well. It's fine. Let me know when you want to swap.
Angle. Stop.
Yep. Okay.
Close quarters fight. I'm turning left. Much as I can. Keep on cannons and guns.
Yep.
Put out the flames. Good. Now we're applying trying some speed. I'm trying the depth circle.
Killed someone?
Should I go over?
If you want.
Okay, I'm going over. I'm doing sword dash. We are... Ah, fuck. We are not in full left, just slightly left for the angle. So you might want to rearrange it. I'm swimming. Are they trying to pull up the mast? Oh, hello, mermaids. Yeah, they're trying. Haha. No, you don't. No, you don't pull up. Ah, boy. Hello, welcome myself aboard. I anchored them. No, you're not gonna cannon. I wondered. Olibri whiffed your shot, my man, but nice effort. I appreciate it. Not seconded. Third dead. All dead. They're close to sinking. They're gone. For your information, where the skeleton galleon was, there is a sloop now as well. Oh, back spawners. 2 of them. One dead. I have mermaids on me, out of all things, and 2 sharks. Ladies and gentlemen, help! I need rescue from the waters. Ow. Help! Oh, thank you. Oh.
Might kill some of these actually. Accommodation.
You do that. Frenchies. Very good, very nice. At least one of them was experienced on the cannons. Ah, no. Me accidentally dropping the storage crate in the water. I'm a clever dragon. How are you doing in the water?
Not too bad. Shark jumping my noggin.
Let me know if you need a rescue or something. Why can't we have enemies like this when we're doing PvP?
We need the storage crate here.
No. One is empty.
Might be a few more of these gems about. I killed quite a few. That is a... Yeah, it's a skelly.
Yeah, there was a sloop over there as well. Player sloop. But Kit, rowboat is ahead of us.
Okay. It's someone. I don't know who it is. I've got no ammo.
Aye.
Yeah.
So what can we do for you?
Oh shit, I've fallen off.
Damn it, Kit.
Like,
Can we help? I'm friendly.
no, don't trust him at all. Kill him. We had this before with someone.
Based on previous experience, I don't like that. It's a pirate legend, so...
He's not going to be friendly at all. He's going to be toxic. Fuck, again, I've fallen off. Fucking hell. It's the canopy.
So, why are you here? Zero Beta, it's like a very try-hard sounding name. I saw you fighting. And you decided to come over on a rowboat to tell me that. Come to help. Now we're good. Thanks.
Is he still there?
Yeah, the stalking is like... He said, he came here to help us, because he saw us fighting.
Yeah. We're near Reapers. We should turn left around this island.
I don't want to, because he's still here. I don't know if his ship is hiding somewhere, or there's a tucker somewhere, or he's just here to buy time. Can you can we shoot him? Like if you come down.
Hang on. There's a brig near the galleon coming in our direction.
Yeah, I see. Might be our Frenchies.
Ask him what that brig is. So do you know what that brig is?
Check the name of the brig. Could you check if he's climbing up or not while I switch to double gun?
Yep. He's up.
Nah.
Took the piss, not happening. Never ever trusting people like that again. I learned my lesson being nice like that once.
Also, he's rocking PvP outfit.
Yep. Let's go to Reapers and get rid of this stuff before that brig comes in case that's his.
Okay. The brig is close though. Very close. I won't be able to do this. Hello, Doom Dub Boom 45. I assume you were the gentleman on the side of our ship. Or maybe not. But hi. The seas are particularly spicy. Nope, he wasn't. Okay. It's just...
I'm glad, because that'd be really creepy.
Yeah, it usually happens actually a lot. That they see the username, they put it into Twitch, YouTube and whatever, and... Yeah, the brig is too close, I can't duck.
Okay, I will get rid of something.
Yeah. I'm not on the Sea of Thieves at the moment right now. Oh, fair enough. Oh, I feel absolutely filthy doing double gunning. It's just so not me. Okay, so the brig is fighting the Scally Galleon. No, the brig wants us. Let me see if this is Yeah, these are Frenchies. We have our Frenchies back, so I need you back.
For a third time.
Yeah. This is gonna be like yesterday's stream with the with the
The
sloop.
gold order. Yeah.
Yeah.
8 times or something.
I'm horrible with changes today.
I think they said to us in French, "You're dead." So I would interpret that as they're not going to stop till we're dead.
Good on them. Christ. Ship milestone unlocked. Good. Yeah, we got hit. Oh, we got hit, but I don't think anything major. I think the master's still fucked. No, master needs repair. And I need wood. Grab some quality. Let's see. So one of them is really good on the cannons, but none of them is good with PvP. Because
Okay.
yeah, because two of them were walking around with a bucket when they had no water on and they were trying to fight me. One of them switched to a blunderbuss that she never loaded. Like, every time I looked at her, she was loading the blunderbuss. I'm like, let the animation finish. Okay, left side, please.
Yep.
Good.
Oh, straight on the
Yeah,
end. there.
yeah.
Perfect. I've got a hell of a lot better at cannoning. I remember how I used to be. It's diabolical.
Chains. Repair.
Oh, I've got chains as well.
Mask gun, mask gun.
Yep.
Pulling.
Their back one's down and the front
Up.
one. Got them both.
Master's up.
Repairing.
I'm stopping the spin.
Yep. I'm gonna keep cannoning.
Okay, I'm repairing the loss.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch.
Oh my god, load, man.
Angle? Is it
Too
good?
far. Nope, left.
Yep.
Ow, fuck.
There's too many loot all around the ship. It's hard to get you. I'm bucketing and repairing.
Yep.
They're still
Oh,
down.
wasted opportunity, yeah. One thing they don't seem to like doing is pulling the masts up.
They tried last time, but I said blunder bomb.
Oh, they're pulling it up now. Oh shit.
How's the angle?
Bad angle. Horrible angle. Right, we're way too close. We're gonna hit 'em.
Go PvP.
One's on the left side, kind of board.
Yep. He's up. He's jumping around like a counter strike. He's dead.
Oh, fuck off.
No, he's not dead. Fuck. Yeah, he's dead. Stay here with me.
Dead at the front.
Okay, yep.
Right, I'm gonna cannon.
Hold on.
Water's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm fixing the mast. Right side cannons. Opportunity.
I'm on fire. Help.
Yep. Coming.
Pulled one mast up. I can't see what I'm hitting. So far away in the way.
I can't see it either.
Bad angle.
Fixing. Angle should be good in 2 seconds. Do I have a change shot? Yeah, I have one. Haha.
I can do it. Turn right.
Oh. Yes!
That's it. Awesome. I hit someone.
Fuck you and your mast.
Yeah, that's only one hit though.
Yeah.
You seem to have saved it. Do you need 3 hits on it?
No,
Still
it's
on
going
the
down. It's going down. Yeah.
Must have caught it just about.
Yeah, they just call it now. We'll check waters. We're fine.
Turn right.
Turning right, full on. Full on. Do you have angle? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just really dark.
Yeah.
Hard to see.
Too high.
Left a bit.
Yep.
Straighten out, yeah. Good.
Continuing the right turn.
Someone jumped off the back.
All right. Nice.
Mask on.
Corrugating. Corrugating. Correcting. Corrugating.
We've got water on the front. Turn right.
Turning right, full right. Border mist. Repairing level 2 front. Sunk.
Yes!
Very
This
good.
is awesome.
Well done. Awesome cannoning. Do you want to jump in and finish them?
Yep.
How did they catch on fire?
I put a firebomb over there.
Oh, I thought someone
Yeah.
was so angry that, you know what?
So they don't handle fire very well at all. They don't put it out, and they don't pull the masts up.
Man in the water.
Yeah, I see that. He's coming. Hit him once.
Do you need some?
No. Killed him.
Another one there.
He's gone. Yeah, I see him. He might kill me here. He's got a blunder. No,
Going.
he's dead as well.
Okay.
Oh, if only you got that aim right, I would have been dead. That's 2 gone. I can't see a third, but there's something in the water.
I don't yet see a mermaid.
Oh, it's their loot. Okay. There's a mermaid with their loot. I can't see them though. I only killed 2.
I know. I think she's, yeah, she's coming to our ship. Left side.
Oh, I'm a bit far from that. I'm with their loot.
You're right there. Bonjour.
Hello, my friend. Hello, hello,
I'm gonna shoot him up the arse.
hello.
Hi, and unfortunately, goodbye.
I don't listen you. I don't listen you. No. Good fight, my friend.
There are no friends on the seas.
Especially when it comes to the French.
I'm wondering about the other dude that was hanging on to our ship before, because he wasn't part of this crew.
No.
That's concerning, because...
Was he definitely not? Is there any way that it could be?
Definitely not, because I remember the skins. And this guy was completely different. I have a feeling that there was like someone tucking on Reapers. I could imagine that. And just waiting for us to turn loot in.
Maybe.
That's how it
Well, what
could
you
be.
could do is circle around and I'll take one bit at a time.
Yeah, and you can check like popular hiding spots and such.
Well, I've been there once already and got rid of something and didn't see anything.
Also, we're doing so good that we have like 600 cannonballs again. It's a bit more challenging than fighting the sloop every time. Definitely challenging. We have to deal with 3 people. But there is one thing that you don't have to deal with in a challenging way. And that's our sponsor, HelloFresh.
Yeah, I caught you there. That wasn't as smooth as it could have been.
No, it could have been smoother. HelloFresh is the quick and easy way to manage your food and portion it and prepare it and all of that. And now you can get 80% off. What was that? You can get 80% off for the first 2 boxes and then 20% off for each boxes for the up to 2 months. Use BogTwitch258 at the checkout or click on the link below. And with that, you also support me. This dingly ass noodle.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
support me, I'm just a cat.
support you because I can buy treats for you.
Hmm,
Hold on.
maybe. When you come over tomorrow, please bring treats.
Okay. it will be like a evening thing, so yeah. I will save off some battery. Oh. Yeah, I'm tired. I think when we bang down, we are reaching the 3-hour mark.
Are you going to the quick sell?
Yeah. I just want to put the snood there properly. So logically speaking, how many tuckers could it be? Our loot is still there.
There's an empty treasure chest.
Our loot that we dropped off for sale is still there. They didn't take it.
I thought I sold all of it.
No, there's like a crate of tea there between the spikes. That I dropped there.
Oh, well, that's hard to find, to be honest.
Yeah. But I don't see any mermaids. Anyway, I leave the ship in battle ready position. And then we shall see. Yeah, I wanted to make a HelloFresh shout out when I was cooking the meat, but then we were talking about conspiracies and all that. God, I tried to sprint with the box in my head. Didn't we get a Ashen key? Like a chest key?
I opened the chest.
Ah, okay.
There's a skeleton galleon nearby. Don't be alarmed.
Yeah, the same one from the event. It's like circling around like, guys, please play with me.
We might as well get that, because that could be good loot,
Yeah, it could be. Let's just bank this down first.
obviously.
One thing that is a bit helpful, that each and every time they want to come back, the game will spawn them further and further away from the point of death. But that didn't deter yesterday's sloop. So, what, he tried like, what, 7 times? 8 times?
At least, yeah.
Termination of some people.
He lost every time. There's just no point.
Maybe that was his practice. Like he decided, fine, I want to get good. His people are good. I will learn their secrets. That's kind of good, but it's annoying after a while. You can't really practice with ghost ships and skeleton ships.
No.
They're too predictable.
The ability to sell out of a chest immediately is the best feature this game's been given. Oh, it's so useful.
What other quality of life improvements could they provide us with? Maybe carrying 2 small items at the same time instead of 1?
Yeah, 2 small or 1 chest. More places to cook, like 2 cooking places. You can get so much food and only being able to do 1 at a time on a ship.
Yeah.
Like, even on a sloop, I think you could have 2.
Yeah, or maybe the ability to set up camp, and it will spawn one of those cooking pans that you can find on islands randomly. The treasure chests are all empty.
Okay.
Are these treasure chests? Rar. I do the roar. Not a bad hole, to be fair. Okay. Wonder if they're gonna try again. The relentless French Armada.
Where they've gone. Oh, it's to the right. Loot on the left on the island, ammo crate. Nice.
Oof, that was the last pixel. An epic title for a movie. The last pixel. And it's all about a little pixelated cat.
He goes, meow. Bit in 8-bit.
Can you make that noise?
No.
An 8-bit meow. Like, meow. Oh my god, he is fast.
Something tells me that sound effect can't be represented in 8 bits. You want 16 at least.
Are we gonna do the usual going over and stopping them?
Maybe. What was that?
I think it was a
Cannonball.
ballast spot. Oh,
Ow, my noggin gets taken straight off. My head was replaced with a cannonball.
regained control. I'm gonna turn to the right because it's gonna be easier for the avoiding the rock. Good to see that they don't like the waves either. Lambo. How's the angle?
Too far right.
1 second. Come here, boys. Class 127 cannons fired.
I think they're sunk.
Nope.
I wish there was a sound effect when they sink that you could hear from any distance.
I'm gonna try to ram them. If they hit the rocks. Ramming speed. Do you want to jump?
Nick this cannonball. And that one. They've only filled up on the first level. Need some more on the second.
Hold on. Gonna bounce off from this rock for a second. So the first floor is done?
Yep.
Okay. I am higher. I turned on its engines. How's that?
Quite good. About 3/4.
Okay. I'm gonna be unable to shoot for a second.
When the ship tilts towards the side that's got more holes, it seems to fill up really quickly.
I think it also depends how deep the hole is in the water. Because the ballast board does work on the sloop as well, if we have holes on the back, on the galley. I'm not controlling the ship at the moment. Tight. Some wood. Oh. I haven't seen this message in a while. We made the French's rage quit. And our ship is under the water. Whoa. That was something. Ah, for the fortune.
Oh, lag. Whoa.
Should I get closer?
Yep.
Okay.
There is a ship or rowboat or something ahead of the... I swear, flapping about in the water.
And I'll get the loot. Everybody wants to attack us in a rowboat. Foggy. Very foggy. That's all? Is that all?
Now it is, I think.
There's a couple of birds ahead of us. What's these birds for? Sinking supplies. Well, that's useful to have birds for. Birds of a bygone era. Loot management in progress. Is there any emissaries down there?
Dublins.
Dublins för Dublins. Delicious. It's a little pouch of Dublins, like a little kittens in there.
Wins.
The shinies. All the shinies. Dun, 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 dun. No, 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 no. I don't want to be soggy. No, no. I'm soggy.
Fucking needle. Imagine how stinky a water noodle would be.
Slimy and slicky and from the ocean. Some chain shots. Nice. Some wood. Okay. Don't want wormies. I want cannibals though. Good go. Oh, hi, all suds. Shut up.
Needs to keep watch on his friends.
A nice blue sill. The royal blue. Don't mind if I spend my coins.
Suds has work to do.
Oh. Yeah, they could have some cooking places on these little spots. They could truly make something with them. Crooked Moss. Hidden Spring Keep. I see no emissary here. Do you want to go over to the Fort of Fortune?
Okay. I swear I bought everything from this guy. But there was something available.
Maybe it changed. Oh, sure. I feel like there's a lot of potential in these sea posts. I should do a bit more with them.
At some point I want to do the tall tales as well.
That could be a nice long 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
Trying to get them done. So the sponsorship stuff just started calculating the second stream time. So
It's very clever how it all works. They've clearly spent a lot of time getting this stuff to work flawlessly.
I wonder how would they test it.
How they would.
Yeah, how they would test it. They just do their own stream somewhere in private and try to track that, see if it works.
Yeah.
I'm clever.
Well, ultimately, the final test you're going to do is going to be as close as possible to the real scenario.
Right.
So with our stuff, yeah, I can test it, that's fine. But the final test is going to be an actual business using it.
Kinda like the colors they're using on the dashboard. I sent it over. At Kultem. Uh-oh. Player sloop, player brig. The brig is full emissaried, and it's a level 5 Reaper. I'm bailing on the side here.
Mm.
Turning back towards Reapers to bank. After
Yeah,
that,
they're quite nice colours. It's the pastel palette. That's what I've got with our one. I made a nice colour palette, and I refer to that everywhere. So I don't use different colours in different places that are slightly off shade.
do we have some that uploaded into the drive or something?
No, but you could go onto the repository and I can show you the colours file. I can
Okay.
just send you the URL that goes straight to it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I do want to review it though.
Review it.
Yeah. Slightly tweak the colours, but
Dear game, can we have some wind? Thank you.
you might have to create a GitLab account actually, because it's a private repository.
Or maybe I just ask you to make a PNG that contains little bubbles or porbs of color. Gonna start cooking some food. Do 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 do. There we go. I think I'm gonna call it after this bank down. I can barely concentrate. Oh, look at this. Look at this amazing smooth water. Oh, it's so nice. Mmm.
Doing the leggy.
You're violently vibrating on my screen.
Not mine.
Someone turned the DualShock on. Windy weather, stormy weather, boys nobody sees but we. Let's see. Nowhere to jump and nowhere to go. Hold on fast and steady she goes. Ooh, could you pull up the source for me, please? Stop moving. Okay. Alright, let's get a bit more speed in. Ah, this should be fine. And we've arrived. If we keep talking about conspiracies and theories and the truth, I wonder what the texts of, like, what the recommended texts are going to be for the streams. It won't be LGBTQA plus whatever. What did they add to it?
You mean this time?
Yeah, like what's the new longest version of the LGBTQ tag?
Oh, 2S stuff.
Two.
You need 2 spirit.
Oh, what am I doing? I no longer need to open it. Oh wait, we're not keeping these. Are you a two-spirited creature?
No, I'm not Native American.
But do you wanna be?
No, I want to be normal and real.
But that's against the agenda.
Oh no,
You should be cancelled.
oh no. Oh no, platforms I don't care about won't allow me on there. Oh no.
Would you appeal the
Thing is,
decision?
Cancelling only matters if the platforms that you're getting cancelled from are of any value to you.
So, for example, like Twitter, is that any value to you?
No. I would prefer to keep it, but if I was banned from it, I wouldn't shed a tear.
Although I love it that they can ban people, but you can just create another account.
Yeah.
Like, won't stop you from it. Did the API team ever get back to you?
Yeah, I showed you.
Yeah, I know that they said that they will be in touch or something with 2.0, but...
Yeah, that was it.
Ow.
So I don't know. We might sink, by the way, with this rain.
Mm.
I don't know if that was saying we're closed for applications at the minute and we just let you make an application because we want to waste your time. Or you failed.
I wasn't really clear on that. Mr. Musk, please provide API. Oh, I want to have a long shot. I just remembered. I don't have the horses. Down, down, no. It feels odd that by saying that on stream, I know what I mean, you know what I mean, but nobody else. This poor boy doesn't have his horses.
Put in the chat your conspiracy theories about what that could mean.
And if you're watching this as a VOD, you can comment now under it, so...
A what?
A VOD.
Thod.
VOD. Video on demand. Yeah.
I'm going to watch a video. You should talk like that.
Alright, mate. I can't.
No.
I can't make that. Say it again.
It was I made the accent up.
Oh.
You decided to go Cockney for some reason. Now we can pronounce W's and V's properly. Enemy brigantine with spoopy sails. Not captain.
Do we have supplies left?
Got cannonballs. They're not turning into us. They're going perpendicular.
They're probably going for the fort. Should we attack? Oh, that's not PvP sales, it's just trigger sales.
We have nothing to lose.
Other than our flag.
Oh yeah.
But to be fair, at this point we regained the flag's value multiple of times. It's only 5,000. So
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Should... Chance of them having loot. It's rare for us to ever actually get loot from people, any significant amount. So I
Yeah.
would say we should drop the flag and then go and fight them.
Well, let's try. Or we shouldn't drop the flag just in case they have big loot.
Chances are low.
Okay. Let's try to catch them. Rainwater. Onwards, kitten. Let's club them.
Clubbing.
I hold them down with the big bulbs and then you can club them.
Hold me down with the big bulbs. I mean...
There is a player brigantine and a player sloop to the right.
This is going to be fun.
Maybe this brigantine is a reinforcement.
Just cause carnage.
Should we get rid of our storage squares just in case someone... I will hide them below deck.
This time, right?
Dun, 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 da-da-dum. We are causing mischiefs. Because we have a mischief cat.
I'm not causing it.
Always. Special ability, mischief. It's a passive capability.
The dropped loot is a bag of mischiefs.
Oh. That would be a cool loot in a game. But it needs like a equally good description. We might actually catch up with them because, I don't know, wind changed.
There's a sloop at the outpost. The brig going towards the brig. With a sloop going towards the brig. Going towards the brig.
The Samurai Shrimp, welcome. And how long have you been playing Sea of Thieves? Long time? Just when the... just when the alpha ended, I took a long break. The release happened. And then a couple of months after release I started playing it again.
I'm trying to find any...
Sea of Thieves not in your map. What? Boy.
Oh my god. That just about works. I was trying to look to see if I could see how long based on anything in the launcher. Can't see anything.
I don't think the launcher was a thing back then. It had its own, like, it wasn't a launcher, it just started up with a splash screen. I think the Microsoft integration with Xbox came later.
No, I've always been playing it on this app.
Are you? That is just a cheeky these nuts jokes. Glad to see you stream. You helped me out in Tarkov way back when. Did I? Did I? The name is familiar. Mermaid in the water. Mermaid in the water. Oh yeah, shrimp. Yes. Is it there?
Yep, he's here. He's seen that I've seen him. He's right side.
He's coming up. He's dead. Oh yeah. You Sherpa'd me into greatness. Oh, did I? Yeah. Back when I was a Sherpa. The brick turned around. That's another brig.
Okay, let's
Assume they leave us alone. You do not want to shoot us. Okay, that worked. Do they have loot on? No, I don't think so. Although they are level 5. Sherpa'd you into the greatness. I think that's just... I don't really remember what we've done, but yeah, it's been a while, and I'm no longer a Sherpa, thank God. It was becoming a bit too political after a while.
That sloop is captain called the Sutty Kark.
Excuse me.
The Sutty Kark.
Oh. Fair enough. And how are you recently, Shrimp? Are you still playing Tarkov, or you wandered into other games, still streaming? God, I haven't played Tarkov in ages. The game requires too much concentration. I haven't played, yeah, I can't do that when I'm tired. I haven't played in a long time, but after you helped me get started, I went hard on that game for a bit. I mainly just watch a lot of streams while working these days. Ah, fair enough.
Oh, I wish I could watch streams while I work.
Oh, wait, you can?
I mean, I probably could. There's a guy at work who's really good at his job, and he's the only person who's allowed to have a third monitor above his normal 2. And he just watches YouTube videos while he works. And again, it's about the negotiation. When you're valuable to the company, you can negotiate this stuff.
Yeah?
So I probably could. But, you know, I'm leaving anyway, so... not really any point.
Well, Tarkov is a game, Shrimp. I think I said this before, but I told this to everybody who I helped with the Sherpa program, is that it's a game that will require your 110% all the time. And you're in a raid for 40 minutes. You collect some amazing loot. And then one little lucky guy comes along and headshots you. And that's it, it's gone. It takes too much mental energy in these days, yeah. I stopped being a Sherpa when the controversy started with BSG being Russian and what Russia's doing with Ukraine. I'm like, it's a game. I'm here to help new players, not to talk about the war. So I left the program. They allowed me to keep the Sherpa account though. So I still have a fully maxed out account with almost infinite rubles on it. But yeah, friends went to sick onto other games. I'm busy with life. Didn't really happen. Sea of Thieves is a much more relaxing game.
Has been the last few days.
Yeah, touch wood.
Before. I've rage quit this game too many times.
Oh, we are. Did these sloop shoot at the brig?
I heard one shot go off.
I'm waiting for them to publish the characters and bugs before I hop back in.
That was a big firebomb. Is there an Ashen Lord there?
Well, it's the Fort of Fortune, so it might be on the last boss.
Yeah.
Do you want to check? Do you want to shoot yourself over there? I can shoot you and...
I think I can hear stuff going on. I reckon someone's on the island. Yeah, there's a mermaid at the island.
Yeah, I can see
I
it.
landed. Should I kill them?
Yeah, you can cause mischief. If you delay it, that's
Okay.
fine.
They're golden boys.
If the boss dies, then you can hide the key.
Well, it might be a boss or it might be someone in
Yeah.
a keg there.
I can see why sailing the seas might be more relaxing these days. So sailing the seas is fine. It's just the battle, the battle things, and the PvP. When you try to pull out your weapon and it's not happening. This game is not without fault. Okay, so the brig and the sloop, they are...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, the kegs have such a wide blast radius now. It's way too big.
Oh. Oh, I see the guys. They're fighting
wasn't
each
very-
other.
Yeah, he wasn't very aware at all. I ran at him with a keg.
Fighting
Dropped it took ages to go off, and then it hit me holding another one
Yeah.
way too far.
So they are fighting tooth
One of them
and
was-
nail.
On the Ferry of the Damned. You firebombing them.
Yeah, just in case it's keg or something or... Oh! Hit marker! Go over if you want. Go on, kick, club it.
No, there's no
I see the boss.
I see the guy here. Oh yeah, there's the boss. It's not an Ashen one.
It's the... Yeah, it's the Ashen Lord, isn't it?
Red roof, oh maybe.
Yeah, that's the Ashen Lord, yeah. There's still a mermaid in the water, but I'm not sure if this
Yep,
is yours
I
or
see
not.
this guy here.
I don't want to switch to sniper.
Oh, I'm just too far away, you fucker. He's just out of reach all the time.
Okay, the sloop turned around, but they are still fighting with the brig. Oh no, I think the brig brought the dust. Uh-oh. Blurbs? Ship looks like blurbs. Ah, and we're going shut. Okay, we've got...
Nah.
Nah, we got one shot, but nothing else. Do you want to go back to the island? Oh,
Sure not.
okay. Should I shoot you?
Yep.
Okay, climb up. Where's the island there? I was trying to aim for the water so you don't get the full damage. Okay. I wonder whose crew this guy belongs to. Any news or sight of the guy?
No, I don't think he's here anymore.
I think it is, because I see two mermaids now in the water. He might be tucking somewhere. Maybe in a tower? Yeah, there's definitely 2 mermaids. I will light up the island for you. Oh god, lens flare. Checking the towers just in case. Nah, I don't get any hit marks on the buildings. Sneaky people. The sloop is here.
Okay.
Yeah, the brig is still alive. Sloop is coming back. He's now at the island. And he wants us.
I'm not far from them.
Are they going away? Oh, and they're good with cannons, I need you.
Alright.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. Ow. We're gonna lose mast. I'm returning fire. I need you, Asa.
Back.
One dead. Ow, the brigantine is here.
Swap if you want.
I've got 8 more shots. I will try to get the mast down on them. Yeah, mast is down, I think. Yeah, mast down.
Okay.
Alright, swap.
And it's left. Half left.
Yep. They pulling it up.
I can see.
Sorry, I meant it as a question, because waves. Let me know if you want to swap. Oh. What was that? I'm on harsh left. They sunk. Oh, the brigantine is shooting at us now. They're gonna sword launch. Our mast is down.
Yep.
I'll grab the mast quickly.
I've hit theirs.
I'm dead. And they border up.
Oh fuck. Fucking hell.
I'm gonna come back with a ferry.
Oh, I've hit him twice. He's running like a pussy. He's dead. Right, I'm still alive. That's a good thing.
Okay. The brig is now
We're
in there.
taking damage. I will need you back. I'm just going to bail. We can't move at the minute because the mast is down.
Okay, ferry them.
Shit.
Come on, doors, come on. Right,
Shit,
black
shit.
screen.
Right, you just get the mast up as soon as you can. And
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
start repairing.
I'll try. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know. Border. He's dead. Masters get down again. I'm catching it. Awesome.
Cell's down now.
Brilliant. We are on the move. Possible border.
Yep, he's coming up.
He's off. Anchor is down. Behind. I need to hit.
See anything? I'm on fucking fire. Killed him.
Nice. Need to get the capstan up. I set the capstan. Another border. Another border.
Christ's sake. Oh, I can't see. I don't know who's the fucking border when there's two people in my face and I'm on fire.
He's dead. Alright, we're moving again. Oh. Ammo. Right, wanna swap?
Yep.
All yours.
Bad angle.
Yeah, in a sec. There you go. Man in the water, I will deal with it.
That killed me directly in the head.
Ah, fuck, I'm dead as well. Or a cannonball too. But the sloop is gone. Come on. Yeah, I'm back. We are fine. We have one border on the bottom, No? I swear I've seen a guy there. Never mind. Right, I'll get rid of the fire upstairs. There's another brigantine nearby now. It's going for the fort. They shot a guy out. They shot 2 people out.
I
Borders.
think I just had a mermaid.
Yep. I'm watching left.
There's water coming in from somewhere. I need to find it.
Find it.
Where is it?
I think the borders missed. Yeah, I think they missed. Some food, ammo.
Megalodon.
Oh, you're right, yep. Shit. I'll do a tighter turn. Too low.
Like,
Should we chase? Or should we go with the other brigantine who's at the island at the moment?
I don't know.
Let's
Go
bring.
to the island.
Yeah, let's bring them in.
Megalodon's to the left. Quite far.
That's so cool, I can't hear the music. Oh, I can see it though. He might despawns.
Despawn.
Despawn. Stinky fish. Can we use him as a speed boost? No, he's turning away. Brigantine is in shooting range.
Alright.
It's level 5 Reaper. Huh. Yeah, they noticed. Oh. They're on the island. Whoa. I'm getting away from the island. It's too easy for them with stationaries. Well, I'm gonna quickly fix it.
Well, they're doing really long shots. In the stationaries.
Yeah, it's a bit scary.
It's very close.
It's easy to do it on the stationaries. Oh, that's a nice hit. I think he knocked someone off. I've seen
For
someone.
the angle, with diabolical angle, it's not too bad.
Swimmer, right side.
Can't see him.
Oh, but he was there somewhere. Yeah, he's there. Hello, mate. I can see you.
We've got water on.
Yeah, other brig is on the left. Hole's fixed.
Mermaid to the right.
Seems like they stopped. Did they? No. Just optical illusion. Ah, it's dangerous to go close to the island like this. See the mag. I'll try to go between them and the island. Little leggy meg. Oh, they turn big time. Left side. It's an intriguing shot. Shots. Ow. I will have to pull away soon. Ooh, almost died.
Ow. Fuck off. Ow.
I'll pull away.
Oh, really awful angle.
Orders. One down. I have no wheels to control. And I soon have no health. Are they on us now? Thank you.
This waves are really bad.
I got wheels. Should I cut in front of them? Oh, yep, middle. Anticipating. Ooh!
Still going with
Yeah.
yeah. Let's make the most of it. Turn around.
I'm trying. I will do an anchor turn. The poor guy is like, I'm gonna be Jack Sparrow. Bam! Swimmer. I swear. Yeah, left side, left side.
There's a lot of water coming in.
I'll deal with the guy. Guys up, we are anchored. He's dead. Right. Angle. Well, good. I will deal with the water if we have any. There we do. Right.
Keep us turning right.
Yep. We are on full right. Tightening the angle. Oh, that was a nice denial. How's the angle?
Too far away from him. We're gonna lose that opportunity with the mass. They get it up.
Higher.
Shit, now they're getting it up. Ah.
On a swamp?
Yep. Oh, we always do this.
Tip. No angle. I got no angle. Oh, look at that. Phantom boys. Why my cannon is not loading? There we go.
Why is it not loading?
Oh. That's another one. Are they trying to fix the mast? Another mast hit. Another angle. Swimmer. Swimmer is coming up somewhere. Right. So
Yep. I'm dead.
he's dead as well. I almost died from the fire. Ooh.
Might be a swimmer to the right immediately. Okay, I'm gonna deal with this water.
Okay. I don't have health. He's up. I'm dead.
Fuck.
Fucking fire is anchoring us.
Oh, you cunt. He blundered me in midair.
Yeah, I had a bite into the food and it didn't register.
Same with me.
Don't really have much to lose. What happened with the other pig? We just sunk it.
Oh, he's a filthy double gunner.
Yeah,
That's why.
that's how he got me too.
I killed him.
There's one behind me, I think.
There's my revenge, yep. I'm dead.
Hello, boy. I don't know how I defeated him. I really no idea how I did that. Oh, come on. Snipe me. Snipe me. Come on. Be a big man. Come here. Come here. Oh, amazing. Well, anyway, thank you for the game skit. Being amazing for the cannons. Oh. And I guess, guys, it's gonna be until next time. Next time when we decide to have some stress on the seas. Well, thank you everyone for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye!